102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And good morning and welcome to Montgomery County High School. The 2020 Montgomery County Invitational Tournament wraps up today, and we'll start it off with a matchup between the Clopton Hawks and the Hermann Bearcats. And we're joined by the athletic director here at Montgomery County High School, Adam Falloon. And why do we have these two teams playing on a Saturday morning?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Mark. Thanks for having me. I wanted to come on this morning just to kind of give a breakdown of what's been going on this week and where we're at and why we're in this situation today. So I don't want to take too much of your pregame time.
Oh, you're fine.
Lots of other stuff to do, but I wanted to kind of get this out there for people that are listening and maybe coming later on in the day. So I'll give you my breakdown real fast. Sunday evening I had, around 9:30, I had two teams. They're supposed to play on Monday. I had two teams that called and were unable to participate the next day on the girls' side of the bracket. So luckily I was able to make a quick phone call and pick up the Liberty Christian girls to fill the Fulton spot in the 6th seed.
And they did a fantastic job.
And they did, and they competed all the way through, and it ended up being a really good pickup for us. So that worked out well. However, I was not able to fill the Wellsville 1-8 game with Hermann. So Hermann had a bye that first round. And if you know anything about brackets, anytime you have a bye, it doesn't just affect that game, it affects the rest of the bracket. So anyway, New Haven girls, Clopton girls beat New Haven, and then New Haven had a bye. They got bumped to the Consolation game, which they played last night. That ended up working out in New Haven's favor because they've been on quarantine and haven't been able to practice. So he was excited that he had 3 or 4 extra days of practice to get his girls in shape for that game last night. So that's kind of where we're at with the girls' side of the bracket. It didn't screw things up too much, and it actually played out. I think the whole week for the girls' side went well, and I think we got some really good matchups coming up today on the especially on the winner side of the bracket. Now with the boys, it gets a little more tricky with the boys here. The boys, Fulton played their first game against Wellsville, and it ended up being a really close game. It was a 1-8 seed game in the middle school gym, and Fulton did win by 5 or 6. I don't remember off the top of my head. However, shortly after they won the game, they had to drop due to some quarantine issues. So that put me in a situation now where I did not have a team on the right side of the bracket. Now, go back to what I said earlier. Whenever you get a bye in there, it doesn't just screw up one game, it screws up the other. So 3 thought processes went through my head here. One, if you give New Haven, who beat the Clopton boys, a bye in the semis and move them to the championship, then it screws up your third-place game because you don't have a game there. Second thought process was, hey, I'll go to the left side, take the lowest seed, have them come over and play New Haven. Problem there is Clopton and New Haven just played each other, so that wasn't going to work either. Now, with some of the other cancellations that happened in the week, the 7th-place games were eliminated. We had to go this week with restrictions for 2 people per player, and we had to do 2-hour time slots to allow time for transition. With 2-hour time slots, there's not enough time in the evenings to get more than 2 games in. So going back to the girls, when I lost that first-round game with Hermann and Wellsville, I didn't have the time slots to make things happen. On the boys' side, after the first-round drop, and I already lost the 7th-place game, so both 7th-place games are out now, which then creates I have 3 teams left on the left side. Got to thinking, I got a couple extra time slots now. Got 3 teams. They still want to play. So we were able to do a 3-team round robin on the left side with Bowling Green, Hermann, and Clopton. That's where we are right now. Today's game, it actually worked out well because today's game will decide. We were going to do a 3-team round robin, and the winner of that 3-team round robin will be the consolation for the boys' game.
Okay.
So it worked out to where this team playing Clopton is 1-0 right now, and Hermann is 1-0 in round robin play. So the winner of today's game will actually be the consolation champions for the boys. So
there you go.
Anyway, what that did is it preserved the right side of the bracket. I just took Wellsville and moved them over to try to preserve the right side of the bracket for the boys' games, and it kept my third-place games intact. And here we are today, hopefully no issues, and we get through and get out. So it's probably clear as mud. It's been an interesting week, but the most important thing is pretty much everybody got to play at least 2 games, most 3, and maybe the stands aren't full because of our restrictions, but the court has been full all week, and the kids have been playing basketball. So
and it's been good basketball
for the most part.
For the most part, after a couple of blowouts there on the first two nights, everything has been pretty competitive ever since. So.
Yep.
For a season opening tournament, this one has always produced some really good games, and this year's no exception.
Yeah, and we picked up Mexico this year on the boys and girls side, which really strengthened the tournament a little bit. And, kind of the way things worked out with Fulton not being able to play in the championship game or in the semifinals on the boys' side, maybe impacted that a little bit. But usually this tournament is really competitive, especially the top four, which makes our semifinals and our championship games really good. And usually I always say we have the best hospitality room, and with the size of our gyms, I feel like all week long, usually we have good crowds, good games, good atmosphere. That's been impacted a little bit this year, but again, I go back to it's not about me and you, it's about the kids getting to play, and so far they've been able to do that.
Well, it's been a great tournament, and yes, the hospitality room has been fantastic this week, and the kids helping out have been great as well. They brought us some food the other night in the middle school gym, and I had a nice meal on the way home after that ball game. So
yeah, we wanted to make sure we took care of you guys and the people that had to work since we weren't able to do the full-out public hospitality room due to the restrictions. We wanted to make sure we took care of you guys. I want to tell you guys thank you. You stepped up your game this week, helped me out with the restrictions and not being able to have everybody here. In the middle school gym especially, we were not able to do some streaming, and you guys stepped up and helped us out with that. That was fantastic. I know not only do I appreciate it, I know the people that weren't able to be here to watch appreciate it as well. So thank you for all your extra efforts this week, Marianne, Mark. It was a difficult time, and you made it happen. So thank you for that, and good luck today.
Good luck to you as well in the girls' third-place game and the boys' championship. It's been a great week. Thanks for joining us, Adam.
Thank you, guys.
That's Adam Falloon, the athletic director and head of this tournament here at Montgomery County High School. We've got Clopton and Hermann coming up. It's the boys' consolation game. And we'll start the pregame show for you next here on Eagle 102.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Georgia Streets in Louisiana.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And we're just about 5 minutes away from game time here, so let's roll through this quickly. Clopton taking on Hermann. Hermann, their height proved troublesome for a team like the Bowling Green Bobcats that didn't have a lot of height. But Clopton, I think this is a good matchup, especially when you bring Gabriel Hill back into the lineup for the Hawks. Really take some pressure off of Zach Evans, and I think they're a more well-rounded team with the senior in the lineup for Clopton.
They are, and we saw that last night in the second half of the Bowling Green Clopton game. Mark, when Gabriel was in there a little bit more, he was able to open up some room for Zach Evans to knock down maybe some of those three-point shots. He wasn't constantly having to be underneath the basket. And then rebounding-wise, Gabriel was able to get in there, be that big body, and help use that mass that he has to get some rebounds, helping out Riley Walker across the paint, because Riley probably unofficially, because I didn't keep the stats on that last night, but I would say Riley Walker is probably their highest rebound go-getter for the Hawks right now.
All right, that's an overview of this one. We'll check keys to the game next on Eagle 102.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for ego, power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
And our keys to this game for this one, I think whoever has the better start is going to be primed for a victory here this afternoon. Clopton allowed Bowling Green a 7-0 run to start that ball game last night. About 13 hours ago, but were able to overcome it. And Hermann, in their game against Bowling Green 2 nights ago, they went 2-3 minutes, actually closer to 4 minutes before anyone scored in that game. So.
Well, I think tonight, too, if Clopton will come out and play like they did in the second half of last night's game, they're going to take care of business quickly and early. Last night in the first half of the game, we talked about it during the game, they really struggled to put the ball in the hole. You got to get that ball through the hoop in order to get points on the board. I mean, that's just the key to the game here. I mean, that's just how the game is played. And they did a lot of passing the ball around the perimeter. So if they come out and start hot tonight, get that ball at least somewhere near the basket, they're already going to start off better than they did the previous 2 nights.
Those are our keys to the game here tonight. The team's returning to their benches, and we're just a couple of minutes away. We'll get our starting lineups for you after this on Eagle 102.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Hello everyone, this is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
The Eagle 102 starting lineups on KJFM are sponsored by Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy.
And our starting lineups for this ball game, Marianne? Or do you have them?
I do. I have Cloptons. I can do Cloptons, but I do not have Hermann. So we can start with the Clopton Hawks again. They're in their home white jerseys, black numbers and red trim. They are starting a senior wearing number 1, Daniel Harvey. A junior wearing number 33, Mason Street. A senior wearing number 34, Gabriel Hill. A senior wearing number 42, Riley Walker. And a senior wearing number 44, Zach Evans.
All right, and for the number 7 seed Hermann Bearcats, I think they were seated a little bit low for the output they put together. They're coached by Jake Whithouse. They'll start a 5'11 sophomore, number 2, Connor Coffey. Number 22, a 6'3 sophomore, Parker Anderson. Number 24, 6'3 junior, Seth Hackman. Number 25, a 6'5 senior, Austin Terry. And the 5'11 senior, number 33, Holden Ash. So again for Clopton, it's Harvey, Street, Hill, Walker, and Evans. For Hermann, it's Coffey, Anderson, Hackman, Terry, and Ash. Those are your starting lineups. The team's on the floor right now, and we are ready to tip off this boys consolation game. The I guess finale of the round robin on the consolation side of the bracket, and it'll be Harvey jumping center against the 6'5 Austin Terry. Ball is up, and Harvey wins the toss over to Mason Street. We're underway here at Montgomery County. Evans with it on the near point. Backing around to Harvey on the far side. Harvey pass to the corner for Evans. Back up top for Gabriel Hill. Now to Riley Walker. Walker puts the ball on the floor and gives it off to Daniel Harvey. Harvey wears number 1. Guarded closely by Connor Coffey. Lob pass to Gabriel Hill. Had trouble with it, and it's stolen. Tried to tip that pass to a teammate, and it's taken by Holden Ash.
Well,
a turnover.
They were looking for that pick and roll, and it just was a little far out of his reach.
So the corner with it. Coming out of the corner now is Holden Ash. His shot's no good. Rebound tipped over to Riley Walker, and Clopton coming back the other way to Harvey. He's going to try the 2, and that's good.
His toe was just on that line, or he had the first tray of the morning. Look, I even started there. Morning.
All right. Just underway, 11:03 a.m.
Just going to chuckle a little bit. Carson Parker, the former Montgomery County Wildcat running the board, he put it up as 4, so he was going to give me even extra points. But no, 2-0 is our score as the Hawks lead.
With it at the near point, handing off now for Seth Hackman. Hackman drives to the far side of the lane, now gives it back up top for Connor Coffey. Coffey goes to his dribble, low blocks, back to the free throw line, and they'll kick it out to Connor Coffey. He'll try the 3, it rims out, and the rebound all alone for it is Zach Evans for the Hawks.
Tell you what, I like seeing the positioning of the Hawks underneath the basket. They seem to be pulling down a few more of those rebounds where they've struggled with that in the last couple games.
Mason Street, cross-court pass to the near side for Harvey. Lobs it for Gabriel Hill. He had trouble getting the ball. Shot's no good. Tips the rebound to himself. Gets it down low to Mason Street. It's out of bounds off of Street back to the Bearcats.
You know, really, Harvey has really good plans there. He's lobbing it down low to Hill. Unfortunately, he's causing Hill to have to stretch for it a little bit and gets him a little off balance.
And up the floor with it. One-on-one pressure is Connor Coffey to the near side for Seth Hackman. Hackman back up top now for number 22, Parker Anderson. Anderson between the legs dribble, goes to the near side for Connor Coffey. He's at the point on the near side, goes to his dribble against Mason Street. Street now far side. They lob it in, and we're going to have a foul.
And that's going to go against the Hawks. That's going to go against Gabriel Hill. They were doing a little push in there underneath the basket, and this is first foul, team's first.
I was wondering why that pass was so far out of the reach of the Hermann player. That's because the Hermann player was shoved in the back. 3 from the near corner, and that's good for Holden Ash. He gets them on the board and ahead in the ball game, 3-2. Walker has his pass tipped and taken. Big contact on the near side, but out of bounds. Hackman couldn't catch up with it.
Well, I tell you what, in this game's probably just as physical as it was last night as the Hawks and the Bobcats were playing. We saw a little bit of a ticky-tack-ness going on and contact, and we'll see if that continues through this one as well, if the referees are going to put a stop to it early.
Here's Hill with it at the point over the far side for Mason Street. Street dribbles to the corner, now gives it back to the far point for Gabriel Hill, gets it again. Gives up his dribble, now gives it to Harvey on the near side point. Daniel Harvey out of a double team, gets to Evans. Big contact there, saved in. And we're going to have a foul against Hermann as diving over the top of Street was Seth Hackman. He'll pick up his first personal.
His first, team's first. Still a 1-point lead for the Bearcats.
This is about as aggressive as we've seen Hermann all week. Lob pass near side. Now they work it to Gabriel Hill. Kicks it back out. Here's Harvey for 3, and that one just off the mark. A little bit short, and the rebound is bounced by Evans off the back of Holden Ash.
Tell you what, nice heads-up play there by Zach Evans. He was on his way out of bounds. This was basically touching the Bearcats player. He just rolled it off his back out of bounds, and now they retain possession.
Street to the near side for Hill. Ball fake to the free throw line. Finds his way to the hoop, can't hit the roller. And the rebound picked up by Hermann. Coffey will bring it up the floor with 4:38 to play here in the first quarter of this ball game.
So Hill's still trying to kind of find his footing here on the court, as last night was the first night he's been on the court since his little setback.
Almost a travel. Now Hermann has it on the far side. Coffey dribbles to the lane, kicks it back out. Here's Anderson for 3. It's off the mark, and the rebound grabbed by Gabriel Hill. Hill ahead for Riley Walker. Walker takes it across the line, sets the offense back to Hill on the near point. Kicks it to Harvey. He'll dribble out of the corner. Give it back to Gabriel. Shot off the glass, good, and a foul. Hackman going to pick up his second, and Hill goes to the line to try and complete the three-point play.
Tell you what, and that was a nice heads-up play there. Another nice assist from Daniel Harvey. We talked about that last night, that he has some really nice assists here lately. And has looked really good getting that ball inside to his post players.
So with 2 fouls, Hackman has to check out, and the much smaller Nick Bruni comes in. As they go with a different look here, they'll shift Anderson down into that spot that Hackman just vacated.
And Dalrymple set to check in the basketball game if Hill can sink this free throw.
Which he does. And it's a 5-3 Clopton lead.
3 points being the largest lead of the night for the Bobcats. And we're still on last night's game for the Hawks.
Halfway through this first quarter, 5-3 in favor of Clopton. Here's Connor Coffey. He goes to the far side, dumps into the corner. Here's a 3. That one's a little bit long off the Hermann hand, but they get the rebound. Here's Coffey with it after Bruni got the long board.
And really, he just beat Riley Walker to it just by maybe a step.
With it is Parker Anderson. Body's falling. Here's Bruni. Kicks it back out. Another 3. No, they drop it down low, and we're going to have a foul against Daniel Harvey as he got a little aggressive with Austin Terry.
Kind of trying to reach around his body there a little bit to try and knock away that basketball, and instead made contact and picked up the foul. That's the second team foul for the Hawks, first for Harvey.
Bounce pass all alone is Ash, and he scores. Tie game at 5. He's got all 5.
And really just caught the Hawks defense asleep there at that moment.
They get it to Dalrymple, across, and big push, got away with it. Unable to convert is Tyler Kuntz, and here comes Bruni the other way, and he drops in a 3 in transition to give the Bearcats a 3-point lead. And a timeout taken with 3:06 to play in the first quarter. 8-5, Hermann leads on Eagle 102.
Hair care for the entire family. That's what's available at PJ's Salon in Louisiana. Everyone is welcome. Men, women, boys, and girls. PJ's can help make everyone look their best. Walk-ins are welcome, and evening hours can be made by appointment. PJ's Salon is your fall senior hair salon, from hair, tanning, and nails to pedicures, waxing, and supplies. Call or stop in. PJ's Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana. Best wishes to all the area sports teams this year from the friendly folks at PJ's Salon.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
3:06 left in the first quarter. Hermann leads Clopton 8-5 after that 3-ball by Nick Bruni before the timeout.
Hermann puts up a 1-2-2. A little bit of token pressure here on the inbounds play.
They get it to Evans. Evans goes to the hoop. No. And a blocking foul called against Hermann.
That'll be their fourth.
And the first on Connor Coffey.
Send Zach Evans to the charity stripe for the first time today, this morning, whatever time it is. That's
looking for his first points.
Yes.
Whatever time of day it is.
Whatever time of day it is.
And the first shot is good. And it's a 2-point game. Evans got the player moving just a little bit to turn that from a charge into a blocking foul, and he's short on the second one. The rebound picked up by Parker Anderson. So a 2-point game at 8-6. And here's Connor Coffey with it. Kicks it near side. Another 3-ball from Holden Nash. It's short, and the rebound picked up by Dalrymple. To Riley Walker. Walker has trouble with it, stripped of the ball, and here comes Bruni, and we're going to have a foul called on Tyler Kuntz.
You know, those little frustration fouls tend to get people in a little bit of trouble, and now we kind of have a little bit of a mass substitution. 3 coming out for Clopton, 3 going in as Evans, Walker, and Dalrymple step out. Loggeman, Hill, and Street in for the Hawks.
So Evans' first action of the morning, 2:34 to go in the first quarter. Bounce pass near side for Parker Anderson. He tried to get it in and hit the foot of Austin Terry and appeared to go straight out of bounds, but they say last touch by Clopton.
Yeah, they're saying a Clopton player made contact with it before getting out there, so Hermann will inbound the ball along the baseline on the near side.
That's Connor Coffey to trigger the inbound play. Comes to the near side for Nick Bruni with a hand in his face. He puts up the 3. It's no good. Rebound picked up by the Bearcats. Coffey with it to Anderson. On the near point, drops it down low for Austin Terry. Terry turns, can't hit the shot.
And I noticed this time Gabriel Hill made an adjustment. One of the officials kind of talked to him about it a little bit, and he went straight up with those hands, even though Terry dropped his head and buried it in his chest.
Hill hands it off for Mason Street, through Loggeman to the near side for Harvey. Back to Evan Loggeman. He has a little trouble with it. That shot no good. Put back Kuntz, no good. Rebound tipped up by Evan and saved, but back into the hands of Parker Anderson.
And really there wasn't much else Loggeman could do with that. He's trying to save the ball. It was going to go out of bounds. It was going to be Herman's. If he tipped it back in, he stood a chance of getting in the Herman's hands. And so it was kind of sort of a lose-lose situation there, but great effort for him underneath the basket.
Missed shot on the other end and tipped out of bounds by the Hawks. Out of the ball game is Austin Terry. In for the first time is Skylar Erickson, the 6'7" junior.
I tell you what, he's actually just a hair taller than Gabriel Hill, but otherwise, the mass-wise, they're both about tit for tat.
Coffey running the point against Mason Street. Street giving him fence. Now hands off to J.J. Munwiller, who came into the ball game. Rebound, or the ball inlet pass was tipped and taken away by Clopton. And here comes Harvey. Harvey trying to go coast to coast, stripped of the ball, got it back momentarily, tried to shovel a pass, and the loose ball picked up by Erickson. All the way back the other way, Munwiller, yes, and a foul.
So count the bucket and the foul. It looks like Mason Street's picking up the foul. That'll be his first, team's fourth.
And Evans going to come back into the ball game, as well as Holden Ash for Hermann. He'll replace Parker Anderson. And taking a seat for Clopton is Tyler Kuntz.
Along with Daniel Harvey as Riley Walker steps back on the court.
So Munwiller trying to complete the three-point play and make it a 5-point lead. But he can't hit. The rebound, though, grabbed by the 6'7" Erickson, and he's fouled.
Fouls, and fouls. They're going to get you in trouble every time. You've got to watch those. You don't want to give them the opportunity to make points when the clock is stopped. Now, granted, this was on the floor, and it's going to be triggered in, but still.
Never put it on the board. Holden Ash can't hit off the inbound play. Montgomery grabs the loose ball, and here comes Street to Riley Walker. Walker falls down and travels.
There was a lot of falling last night. I don't know if the floor is slick. I should have asked Falloon what it is he put on the kind of wax they're using him, because everybody's falling all over the place. But that was a turnover, I believe the 4th turnover here in the first quarter for the Hawks.
Walker, he tried to run through the brick wall past the end line last night. Checks out of the ball game. Or no, he doesn't.
He's still there.
I think he went over and
just
dried his shoes. Here's Coffee. Back for Munwiller to the near side for Bruni.
And Walker's going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first, team's 5th.
I'm used to calling the name Bruni in Clopton games, but not against the Hawks. He'll head to the line to shoot.
He'll get 2
shots, yeah. He's got 3 points in the ball game. Those 3 points put Hermann ahead at the time, and they haven't looked back yet, but he can't hit the free throw. As a team, Hermann 0 for their first 2.
Reminder, we still have more basketball action coming your way as Clopton and Montgomery County girls will square off for 3rd place immediately following this game right around 1 o'clock.
That shot didn't hit the cylinder. So he can hit threes, but can't step inside and hit the free throws, huh?
Well, that's a little intimidating closer to the basket. Maybe depth perception is something. I noticed they brought a wet cloth down by Clopton's bench to clean the shoes. Maybe they get some better traction.
Here's Daniel Harvey with it. Harvey to the near side. Dropped it in for Hill. He goes off the glass and scores. Good inlet pass that time from Evans to Gabriel Hill. And Gabriel's got 5 to lead the way for the Hawks. 2-point game. Coffee having a little trouble with Street, so he went behind the back. Now Munwiller shot from the free throw line. That one was closer than his free throws, and that's it for the first quarter of this ball game. 10-8. The Hermann Bearcats lead the number 4 seed Clopton Hawks here in the boys' consolation game from the Montgomery County Invitational on Eagle 102.
The area's home improvement and rental equipment headquarters is LaCrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green. Check out great rates on rental equipment and save lots of money. LaCrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green carries a large inventory of equipment to make that tough job easier for the do-it-yourselfer. All your building supplies plus blueprint service available, and ask about free delivery. The oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. LaCrosse Lumber Company, 1014 West Adams in Bowling Green. Phone 324-5431.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Hermann to get the ball to start the second quarter, leading Clopton by 2 at 10-8 in this boys consolation game. Here's J.J. Munwiller with it. Over to the near side for Parker Anderson. Anderson working against Evans, gives it back to Munwiller. Now to Ash on the far side. His 3 is long. And the rebound tipped away from Evans, but out of bounds off the hand of Parker Anderson.
So either way, it's going back to the Hawks. And it looks like they're going to have an empty backcourt. Walker will be able to bring it across the timeline without any pressure.
Leading scorers, both with 5. Gabriel Hill on the Clopton side, Holden Ash on the Hermann side. Here's Harvey with it. Half minute into the second quarter. To the near side for Riley Walker. Walker head of the key, gets it down now off the glass. That's Mason Street on the nice feed.
Give him 7.
Hill.
Oops, wrong one.
Yeah,
that was
2.
2, yep. I was like, that didn't sound right.
Yep. Cross-court pass and taken away by Gabriel Hill. So Hill starting to heat up on both ends of the floor. He has it at the top of the key right now for the Hawks. Long three for Evans. That one rims out. And the rebound pulled down by Connor Coffey. Full minute into the second quarter. Coffey with it. Over to the far side. Mundwiller for three. Boy, he's good with a hand in his face. His first tray of the night. And makes it 13-8 in favor of Hermann. Here's Harvey with it to the near side for Evans. Drop it down. Mason Street off the glass. Good.
Yeah, back-to-back buckets. Very nice, laying it off the glass, not getting it too hard to bounce out, and just rolling in nicely. It's back to a one-point game. Hermann on top by one.
(13-12), and that shot rolls in for Mundwiller, and he can pretty much score from everywhere. Little guy's got some skills. 15-12, timeout on the floor. 6:17 to play here in the second quarter on Eagle 102.
Hey, this is Ryan with Mid-America Auto and Towing in Bowling Green. We've got something for everybody's budget. Everything from $1,000 all the way up to $35,000. We have a constant rotation of new inventory, including cars, trucks, and SUVs. So if you're out and you're looking for a new car, come by and see me. If you're looking for a particular vehicle and you don't see it on the lot or the website, let me know, and I'll do my best to find it for you. Mid-America Auto and Towing, just off Highway 54 in Bowling Green, is a one-stop shop. Like us on Facebook or check out our website, midamericaautoandtowing.com.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Brown's Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Second quarter continues, 15-12. Hermann leading Clopton here in this boys consolation game. And the last couple minutes, it's been J.J. Mundwiller off the bench. He's got 7 points since coming into the ball game.
I tell you what, and that's one that he's kind of a little a silent scorer. You kind of don't see a whole lot of him until he's right there in your face and throwing up a shot. So Clopton, I'm sure Coach Francis is looking for ways to shut him down as they continue to move through this basketball game.
6:17 to play in the first half. And 15-12, Clopton will have the ball off the timeout.
And again, they're going to go back to that 1-2-2 little token pressure here in the backcourt.
And Kuntz with it, back into the ball game to Riley Walker, back to Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz back to Walker, and they still trying to get across the line. Lob pass gets it to Harvey. Lob pass again down the street. He hands it off to Gabriel Hill, who goes off the glass and in.
And I tell you what, kudos to Hill. He took just a moment to wait and allow that defense to do the jump that they were thinking Street was going to put up, and then he went strong up to the basket, laid it off the glass, and still down by 1, 15-14.
I don't think he was initially expecting to get a pass there. It was kind of caught on the fingertips, and that extra moment allowed him to readjust and put it in. There's another three from the far side, Holden to Ash, his second tray of the night, and that's the game that Hermann's going to play. And carrying the ball is Riley Walker as he met that pressure near the center court stripe. Turnover gives it back to the Bearcats with 5:36 to play and an 18-14 lead.
I tell you what, Clopton had to figure out a way to shut down those threes, hopefully before the half, but if not, definitely have to come up with the game plan at halftime.
Back up top and around to the far side for Holden Ash. Street out on him, gives it to Mundwiller. JJ over to the far corner for Hackman. His three's offline, and the rebound picked up by Harvey. Pass ahead, Mason Street. Street works past his defender, goes to the hoop and scores.
I tell you what, he was strong there. He gave a little hiccup skip there and thought he could get just a little time for the defender to pass him, and he was able just to push his way through and lay it off the glass, and again, back to a 2-point game.
Ash now kicks it near side for Hackman. Back up top for Mundwiller to the near side for Anderson. Anderson back up top. Ash fakes the three, moves through the lane, and he'll score. Holden Ash has 10 points, 5 in each corner so far, 4:40 to go in the first half. Kuntz gets it to Street. Pass across, intercepted. Tried to get over to Riley Walker instead of driving that baseline. And we're going back the other way again. Layup, good, Parker Anderson.
And I tell you what, the offense for Hermann is really helping open up that lane for him to get that path.
And open up a 6-point lead, 22-16, 4:26 to go in the first half on Eagle 102.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
4:26 to play in the first half. 22-16 is the Hermann lead over the Clopton Hawks. That's the 7 leading the 4 here in this boys consolation game. Riley Walker will take it. And a long pass to the near side for Harvey to get across the line. Kicks it over to Evans to a streaking Riley Walker who puts it off the glass and in.
I tell you what, that time they got that sink down and it was seamless.
Back the other way, Holden Ash working against Mason Street. Bounces off the pick. And gives it to Munwiller. He lost control momentarily and gives it back to Parker Anderson. Anderson has trouble with it. Gives it back to Munwiller to run the point. Munwiller spins to the free throw line. Shot partially blocked and out of bounds. It was blocked anyway.
I was going to say, as he was talking about the tip, I thought Clopton fans were going to storm the court there as I thought that one of the boys that got their hands on it was like, no, they did not. And, oh, no, he did change it.
That's right. I mean, the shot was tipped, and I think Gabriel Hill touched it. So the last 2 touches were by the Hawks. Over to the far side, Holden Nash puts up the tray on the inbound.
Another
That's
one.
Good. Holden Ash with 13 points here in the first half, 3:41 to go. Riley Walker, 25-18 is the deficit, and what do we have?
I don't know. We're going the other way. It's a foul from Zach Evans away from the ball.
Yep, aggressive on the screen there, and he picks up the personal.
16 foul for the Hawks, so Hermann will be shooting the rest of the half.
25-18 is the deficit for Clopton. They can't allow for any more turnovers here in the first half. To the near side. Lob pass down, though, for Terry. Kick it out and around. Coffey fakes the 3, gives it back to Anderson. Parker going to drive against Harvey. Gives it back to Coffey. Coffey near side now for Hackman. Hackman to the free throw line, hands it off for Anderson, and his shot goes off the glass and in. 4 points for Parker Anderson. Long pass ahead and a clothesline. That is big contact there between Mason Street and Holden Ash. And Ash going to pick up the personal, his first. That's 33 against 33.
So now Dalrymple will inbound the ball along the far side.
Gives it to Riley Walker. Walker fakes a pass. Looking for a little help. Now gives up his dribble and gives it to Logan Dalrymple. Now for Harvey. Harvey kicks it far side. Walker for 3. That's long and off the glass, and the rebound is picked up by Austin Terry with 2:38 to play. It's a 9-point Hermann lead here in the first half. They've opened it up the last minute and a half, 2 minutes. Kick it back up to Parker Anderson. Anderson hands to Seth Hackman. Hackman, he's going to drive, kick it back out now for Anderson. Anderson goes baseline, and he is fouled.
They're calling on Dalrymple, I believe.
That'll be Logan's first.
Team
and a
seven.
go ahead.
As they're saying, team 7th.
1-on-1 opportunity for Parker Anderson, who has 4 points. And some changes back into the ball game. The 6'7" Erickson and the 5'11" Bruni. Ash checks out as well as Terry. 2:20 to play in this first half. And a violation as Erickson left early. The shot missed anyway. And the turnover gives it back to the Hawks. 2:17 to play here in the first half. Clopton needs some points in a big way. Dalrymple with it. Gives it back to Evans. Fakes the 3 to get Erickson moving. Now the ball is tipped and taken away by Anderson. And he's fouled going back the other way. We're going to shoot another 1-and-1 here.
That'll be. What did they say? Oh, they called it on Street.
Yep, his second. 27-18. And at the line is Parker Anderson, who just missed the front half of a 1-and-1. And this one is long. Off the back iron and out, picked up by Harvey. Bounce pass now for Dalrymple. Back to Daniel Harvey. As Evans waiting for a three on the far side. Now he gets it. Instead, he goes down to Mason Street on the baseline. Back up top for Daniel Harvey. Ball fake over to Evans. Evans gives it to Riley Walker. Back to Zach. He'll try the three now. It's short, and the rebound tipped out to Nick Bruni, and he's on the run. 2 on 3. High off the glass, no good. Tipped back off the glass by Evans, and here comes Harvey. We've got an injured player. That's Erickson. And finally, a foul will stop the clock and allow the 6'7" Erickson to be replaced.
So Daniel Harvey's going to go to the free throw line. He's going to shoot 2 off a foul from Coffey.
That's the second on Connor Coffey. With 1:29 to go here in the quarter. And at the line, Harvey will shoot 2, and the first one hits the front iron and rolls in. First point in a while for the Hawks. And the second shot is good as well. And Clopton is 4 for their first 5 from the line. Trouble. Anderson bails out Bruni and gets across the line with 1:18 to go. Over to the far side. Here's a 3 from the far corner, and that's good for Seth Hackman.
Raining threes for Hermann today.
10-point lead's the biggest of the morning for the Bearcats. Over to the far side, here's Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz gives it to Riley Walker. Walker kicks it back out for Gabriel Hill, who just came back in. For Daniel Harvey. Harvey goes to Kuntz on the far side. Passes a little off the mark. He couldn't get himself set. Here's Hill. Hill gives it back to Harvey. Harvey baseline, tried to sneak a pass across to a streaking Street, but it was knocked out of bounds with 41.4 seconds to go in the first half. Halftime report coming up as soon as we wrap this second 8 minutes of action here from the Montgomery County Invitational. Boys consolation game. Mark Froelich, Marianne Everhart. Ethan Everhart also along, working the cameras tonight. And here's Mason Street with it. Over to Gabriel Hill. 26 seconds to go. Hands it off for Daniel Harvey. Harvey spins. He'll put up a shot. It's short. Got his own rebound. Put back off the glass is good.
Tell you what, that's the way to follow your shot. Makes an 8-point lead for Hermann. We're down to under 10 seconds to go here in the half.
Bruni going to work for that last shot. Now down to 7. Over to the far side. Thought about the 3. Gives it back. Here's the long 3 for the buzzer. High in the air. Tip back, no good. And there is the horn. And we've reached the half of this boys consolation game. 30-22. Clopton trailing Hermann here at Montgomery County. Back with a halftime report after this on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up. Brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
This is Joanna Brock with the Clarksville Community Chamber talking about an event that's going on today in Clarksville.
There is a Christmas market in the American Legion Post right here on Highway 79 in Clarksville. We have 16 different vendors, all kinds of Christmas gift ideas and house decorations for you, and food till about 4. Please come on down.
The Christmas market, Joanna, it's taking place indoors, right?
Indoors.
Okay,
yes.
So it's really a pretty nice day out anyway, but it's even better that you can do all of this browsing and shopping inside.
It's cozy in here, and we have a variety of types of products that are here. We have everything from wreaths to honey.
How many vendors did you say were there?
We have 16 vendors.
And I think you mentioned food, right?
There is food. Yes, the American Legion Post itself is serving food, hot dogs, and probably some fish from last night, and maybe chicken breasts, and they have coffee and donuts.
The Christmas market taking place in Clarksville at the American Legion today, going on until about 4 o'clock.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Sailor and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
30-22 is the Hermann lead after 2 quarters of play here in the boys consolation game at this Montgomery County Invitational. We'll have more basketball for you coming up at 1 o'clock as the Clopton Lady Hawks play for 3rd place against the number 2 seed Montgomery County Lady Wildcats.
Yeah, the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats took number 3 seed Mexico into overtime for in that semifinal game. So Montgomery's coming in with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, I feel.
Yeah, I don't think they're too happy about being in the 3rd place game of their home tournament here on this final Saturday from Montgomery. But an interesting first half in this game, as I thought Clopton was poised to make a run and really separate themselves. They switch things up. Coach Whithouse brings in Munwiller, and he was a spark for them, and that really provided the offensive push needed to open this up for a 10-point lead at one point. Now an 8-point lead through 2 quarters for the number 7 seed Hermann Bearcats.
Well, I'll tell you what the big difference is, Mark, is I was looking down through the scoring book, and they've hit 4 threes here in the first half, and Clopton's knocked down none.
4 threes in the second quarter. They hit 2 in the first quarter as well. So they've really reined it in, rained those threes down so far in this ball game. And, yeah, that's how you build a lead when you're an undersized team. And it's odd to say that Hermann's the undersized team in this with 4 guys over 6'3", 2 6'3s, a 6'5", and a 6'7". Although Erickson did go down injured late in that first half. They're the taller team, but I think Clopton the more physically imposing team.
And I tell you what, again for Hermann, something that really came into play here is they were opening up their offense. The way they had their offense running, they were opening up that baseline and basically giving whoever's out on that far corner a nice clear path straight to the bucket there for a little while, and then finally Clopton and Justin was able to shut that down. But I think they put up 6 points or better just off those baseline runs. And I tell you what, and that's just how you do it. Those adjustments, those are the key.
Yeah, and when that shut down, that's when they started faking the drive and hitting those threes.
Yeah, with hands in their face.
Exactly. I think that's how players like Bruni and Munwiller like it, is with a hand in their face. Ash can just hit from anywhere. 13 first half points, and we'll get the total scoring here in just a minute. But they've got some weapons, and I think they've really not shown that ability from the three-point line in this tournament so far. So that's kind of an added wrinkle in this ball game, and Clopton is hoping that shooting cools off in the second half and they can whittle down this 8-point lead in the second half. I think Clopton is kind of a second-half team, so having this thing in single digits isn't a huge hurdle for them right now, but they've got to have a good start to the third quarter.
Well, and I tell you what, for Clopton right now, the plus is they're not in a whole lot of foul trouble.
No. Not at all. Only one player with multiple fouls, and that's Mason Street through 2 quarters. 30-22, and we'll check the first half scoring as Hermann leads Clopton here in the consolation game from the Montgomery County Invitational on Eagle 102.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved one the independence that they want and the services that they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, call Lynn's Heritage House to set up a tour and visit soon. Phone 754-4020 or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Hi, I'm Keith Oakes, Director of Physical Therapy.
I'm Eric Schaefer. I work in physiotherapy.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
And I choose Pike County Memorial Hospital.
I'm Tylee Mills, the CEO of Pike County Memorial Hospital. You've heard it from your friends, family, and even neighbors. They choose to work at Pike County Memorial Hospital. Choose a hospital where you're more than just a patient. You're our friend, family member, and neighbor. Quality care from quality people. Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MercPK Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile Bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile Bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
It's going through two quarters. First for the Hermann Bearcats. They've got 3 points for Seth Hackman, 3 for Nick Bruni, 4 points for Parker Anderson, 7 for J.J. Munwiller off the bench, and 13 points for Holden Ash. For Clopton, 1 point for Zach Evans. That's
unusual.
Surprising. Yeah,
that's
2
unusual.
points for Riley Walker, 6 each for Mason Street and Daniel Harvey, 7 points for Gabriel Hill. Clopton 4 of 5 from the free throw line, and 0 for 5 are the Hermann Bearcats. Through actually 0 for 4. That one didn't count because
there's a lane violation.
Lane violation, yeah. So 0 for 4 shooting free throws through 2 quarters. As we're just about ready for second half action, Clopton trailing Hermann 30-22 after the opening 2 quarters of this ball game here from the Montgomery County Invitational. Again, we'll have girls' third place game coming up for you in just a little bit. 1 o'clock tip off, and that'll be between the number 4 seed Clopton Lady Hawks and the number 2 seed Montgomery County Lady Wildcats, who, of course, like you said, were beat in overtime by the 3 seed Mexico the other night. Here's Harvey with it as Clopton has the first possession of the second half. Gives it to Walker. Now pass tipped to Hill, and Street was able to get the loose ball. Here's Harvey on the near point. Kicks it near side for Mason Street. Street back up to Daniel. Now for Gabriel Hill. Hill trying to find a little room to the baseline. Got in a little too deep and rolls that shot over. Got his own board, though. Gives it back to Harvey, center of the lane. His shot no good. Another rebound for Clopton, and that's swatted out, but a foul going to send Mason Street to the line.
Well, and I was just looking, Mark, in the first half, Clopton had 7 turnovers, so compared to Hermann's 3. So taking care of the basketball is going to be key here in the second half as well.
30-22. Clopton trails at the line, Mason Street. The foul was on number 22, Parker Anderson, and the first one goes down for Mason.
Took a little high bounce there off the back of the rim, went straight up, came back right down through the net, and he'll get a second.
And that second shot is up in the air. That one's right on the money, and it's a 6-point game. Clopton continues to shoot well from the free throw line And Coffey will bring it up for the Bearcats. Over to the far side for Parker Anderson. Anderson back up for Holden Ash. Ash wears number 33 on that road blue uniform for the Bearcats. Here's Anderson with it. Back up top again for Coffey. Over to the far side for Ash. For Anderson.
Mark, you're not paying attention. Our youngest fans come over to say hi.
Oh.
And you have to call a basketball game. She's even waving.
Turnaround shot, and that's good off the glass for Austin Terry.
Back to that 8-point lead, a 32-34 as Harvey brings the ball across the court for the Hawks.
That's the first 2 points for Terry in this ball game. Here's Evans trying to hit for the first time from the field in this ball game. Missed the first one, got his own rebound, and the putback is good. Zach Evans.
I tell you what, that run causes Hermann to take their first time out of the afternoon.
32-26, it's still morning. Here
So
in the
close.
third quarter on Eagle 102.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
32-26, Clopton trails here in the third quarter, 6:33 to play.
Little zone pressure in the backcourt from the Hawks, but Hermann's able to get across the timeline.
And here's Ash with it. To the near side with a pass. Here's a three for Anderson offline. And the rebound tipped by Hill over to Daniel Harvey, and Daniel bringing up the floor. Near side for Evans. Zach back up top. Gabriel Hill going to try the three from the top, and that's good.
And he drains it. The three by Hill. Brings it within 3 points.
I didn't know that Gabriel had that kind of range. Proves me wrong and gives it to Coffey now. Back the other way for Hermann. Here's a three. Holden Ash. That one rattles home.
He's trying to decide whether it wanted to fall or not after it touched every portion of the rim and then fell through the net.
He's got 16 points already in this ball game. 5:38 to play in the third quarter. Harvey with it. Near side for Riley Walker. Walker back to Daniel Harvey. Harvey ball fake over to the far side now for Street. Mason tried to kick a pass to Evans. It was tipped, got to Zach. Back to the top for Hill. There's a three for Harvey.
Nailed it.
Sideways rotation on that one, and it rolls through.
We were just talking about them needing to drain some threes here in the second half, and they've come out and answered with a couple.
9 points now for Daniel. With 5:07 to play in the third. 35-32 is the Hermann lead. Here's Coffey for three. That's offline, and on the rebound, a foul going to be whistled against the Bearcats. They're going to go 25 on it. I think they are.
That is what they do. Terry picks up his first, team second of the half.
3 minutes gone here in the third quarter, and it'll be Harvey bringing up the floor with no pressure. He crosses the line. Far side now for Riley Walker. Walker dribbles out of the corner, gives it back to the corner for Daniel Harvey. Harvey dribbles once, now gives it off to Mason Street on the near point. Street, ball fake, goes to the hoop, and he scores.
Nice, and they're
going to call a charge. I think if he would have stayed vertical, the basket would have counted, but he kind of wrapped the legs over the shoulders of the much shorter Hermann player. And picks up his second or third foul, rather.
Yeah, he did. I tell you what, it was, I think momentum just kind of was taking him that direction, and I don't think there was anything, intentional about it, just how things go. But it was a nice play. Unfortunately, just resulted in Mason Street picking up his third foul of the morning.
Yeah, there you go. 4:38 to play in the third quarter. Here's Munwiller with it. Back across the line. Now JJ gives it to Holden Ash. Back to JJ Munwiller. Over to the far side now for Parker Anderson. Anderson holds, working against Kuntz. Kuntz replaced Street in the lineup. Work it back to JJ Munwiller. Over to the far side now for Parker Anderson. Near side, Ash baseline. Now Hackman. His shot off the glass, no good. got his own rebound, and that one's tipped, and he'll head to the line to shoot a couple of free throws.
And based on the punch to the open hand, we're going to assume that's on Gabriel Hill.
And Gabriel needs to leave his hands alone. He's had enough trouble with them.
Yeah. They're kind of sensitive things there. You need to don't cause any additional injuries to them.
In and out. No good on the first shot by Hackman. And the woes continue from the free throw line for Hermann. 0 for 5 officially now. They missed one that was wiped off on a violation. Now they hit for the first time from the stripe. And that's 4 points on the ball game for number 24.
And it's a 4-point lead for Hermann here with just under 4 to go in the third.
Near side, here's Hill. Off the pass from Harvey. Back to a streaking Evans. That shot's good.
That was a nice give from Hill, finding Evans in stride, and he takes it straight to the hole, stretches out. It's a 2-point ball game.
Everyone thought that was going to be a pass to the corner for Harvey. Evans came streaking in, got that pass, and put it in for an easy 2. Here's a 3 from the near side. Holden Ash drains it.
Second tray here of this half. He had a 3 in the first half.
He's got 19 points now through the first 2.5 quarters. Here's Riley Walker in a 5-point game. It's a Kuntz on the near side. Back up for Riley. Now for Daniel Harvey at the far point. Gabriel Hill gives it to Kuntz over to the far side. Harvey. Hand in his face from Mundwiller. Skip pass to Kuntz. He's going to drive baseline. Met by some resistance from Seth Hackman, and Hackman going to pick up his third personal.
And really, that's kind of what we talked about that Hermann was doing there in the first half, where they're opening that baseline and allowing the drive. And, you know, this time, Clopton decided to use it themselves.
And Hackman was just a tick late and picks up his third personal. And the shot's no good for Tyler Kuntz.
He'll get a second coffee return to the basketball game for Hackman for the Bearcats.
This is the small lineup for Hermann. And that one rattles home. So he hits 1 of 2, makes it a 4-point game. And Ash will bring it up the floor. Give it to Coffee before he crosses the line. Now he does. Gives it on a give and go. And Connor gives it back now for Mundwiller. Mundwiller, a floater over the defense, can't hit. And the rebound grabbed by Kuntz for the Hawks. To Harvey. Harvey across the line, now to Gabriel Hill. Hill kicks it corner. Evans for 3. That one just off the mark. And on the rebound, we're going to have a push-off on Tyler Kuntz.
That we are. That'll be his second. Or excuse me.
Yeah, his second. And he'll check out of the ball game, replaced by Logan Dalrymple. 2:32 left in the third quarter. And here comes Connor Coffey with it. Up the floor for the Bearcats, who lead by a pair of buckets. They work it down low. To the post, shot off the glass, no good. Got his own rebound, did Austin Terry. Here's the 3, Holden Ash, and that's good.
Good night. Give him 9 here in the third, all of them from behind the arc.
And he's up over 20 points in the ball game with 2:05 to go. It's a 42-35 lead for Hermann. Here's Dalrymple. Needs to find somebody. Lead pass for Hill is too long.
Well, and the good news is, Mark, with 1:50 to go in the third, that's the first turnover here in the second half for the Hawks. So they've worked on those turnovers here in the second half so far.
Here's Connor Coffey with it, the 5'11" sophomore. Works against, or past Harvey, tried to get a runner off the glass, and now fouled on the putback is Austin Terry, and he'll shoot a couple of free throws.
And I believe they're going to hit Evans with that one. Yep.
That's his second. So Clopton's still in good shape as far as fouls go, with 1:36 to go. And I didn't think we'd see Skylar Erickson back in the ball game, but he's getting ready to check in. Shot no good for Terry.
And really at this point, with the way Hermann is shooting free throws, maybe it's not such a bad thing to send them to the line.
Street back in, Loggeman back in. Hill and now Rimple will take a break as Terry stretches things out a little bit before his second shot. And it's on its way. Shot no good. Harvey the rebound, long pass ahead for Evans. He goes in 1-on-4 to the hoop and scores.
Tell you what, you could see the determination in his eyes after he got that he was going to the bucket regardless.
He had 1 point at the half. Now he's up to 7. Back the other way. Terry, uncontested, scores.
44-37 with 1:12 to go here in the third.
How about a 3 on this possession or a 3-point play?
That'd be nice.
Here's Harvey. Kicks it out for Riley Walker. Pass was too slow for him to get the 3, and then the pass away from Walker was stolen, but out of bounds was Parker Anderson. And Erickson checks in for Austin Terry.
You know, Mark, we could do one better. How about Daniel Harvey go to put up a 3-point shot, makes a 3-point shot, but is fouled in the process and puts up 4 because he goes to the free throw line for that and 1.
That's wishful thinking.
It is.
Here's Harvey.
It is Christmas time, though.
From the free throw line, his shot rims out. Rebound. 4 Hermann players fought for it and knocked it out of bounds. And Clopton will keep possession. That's a gift with 45.9 seconds to go in the third quarter. Oh, Walker all alone on the inbounds. Evans found him, and it's a 5-point game. 4 points now for Riley. No threes here before the end of the quarter. Coffey is absolutely destroyed by Loggeman. No whistle. He ran into him himself. Arms were straight up in the air. Here's Street for 3. That's off the mark, but almost rolled back in. Fought for is the rebound, and we're going to have a foul against Evans, I believe. If it is, it's his third.
It is, and he was unhappy about it. He thought he had all ball, but apparently he made contact in there somewhere.
17.6 seconds to go, 5-point game. Clopton trails. Down to 15. 12 as they cross the line. Not really in a whole big hurry is Connor Coffey, but they'll take the 3 from the corner. High arcing off the mark. Rebound, Holden Ash. Good job by Loggeman.
He's going to travel, yeah.
Loggeman came out of nowhere to block Holden Ash off from taking a very easy shot. And with 3.4 seconds to go, Clopton will get the final possession of the third quarter. They're going to have to go pretty quick here. Down to 2. Shot well off the mark from Harvey. I almost could have called a foul on that one. 44-39 after 3 quarters. We head to the fourth with Clopton trailing by 5 on Eagle 102.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Georgia Streets in Louisiana.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Back for the fourth quarter here from the Montgomery County Invitational. The boys' consolation game goes to the final 8 minutes with Clopton trailing 39-44. Or 44-39. Big number first, Brona. Come on. Over to the far side as Hermann has it to start the quarter. Bruni and the travel called against Holden Ash. That's back-to-back travels on Ash. They must have spotted something in the way he handles the ball. Walker, bounce pass far side for Mason Street. Street kicks it back to Evans. Evans off the glass, and that's a charge called, and that's the fourth foul on Zach Evans.
And the 6th for the team.
I don't know. I don't know how, you get an inlet pass and go right up for a shot, and it can be a charge like that. There's a big old pick, and the shot short. And after the shot, what do we have? Is that another foul against Evans? No. Ooh,
So
Riley Walker got that one. Evans thought it may have been called against him. They can't get him out of the ball game quick enough. 7:34 to play. To the line goes Skylar Erickson, looking for his first points as we've reached the afternoon.
No, thank goodness.
Noon exactly. Back into the ball game for Evans is Tyler Kuntz. All right, so Erickson, first free throw. Front half of a 1-and-1's no good. And here comes Clopton off the rebound. Riley Walker with it over to the far side for Kuntz. Kuntz to the basket, goes off the glass, and the reverse layup is good. And it's a 3-point game. First shot from the field to go down for Tyler. He's got 3 points this morning / afternoon. And here's Connor Coffey with it over to the far side now for Parker Anderson. Anderson's three, in and out. Rebound grabbed by Gabriel Hill after a couple of tips. Minute gone here in the fourth. It's a 3-point game. Hill, no, but a foul will send him to the line. Erickson going to pick up the personal.
So Gabriel Hill head to the charity stripe. It'll be his second trip today. As you mentioned, Erickson picks up his first. That's the team's fourth for Hermann.
And Gabriel, who had a 3-point play earlier, is short on his first 2-shot attempt from the free throw line. 6:59 to play. Erickson out. Back in is Austin Terry. Also back in the ball game is Seth Hackman. Those moves both on the Hermann side. And the second shot is good. And the Hermann lead is 2. 44-42. Clopton sneaking back into this one. Back up top is Anderson. Works it down low. Terry off the glass, no good. Good job on the rebound and providing a little interference there by Gabriel Hill. Now Harvey with it off the pass from Riley Walker. He'll take the three. It's way offline. Rebound tipped to Terry. And here comes Coffey back up the floor for the Bearcats. And the ball almost stolen by Gabriel Hill. Works it into Terry. Shot off the glass is good.
And I tell you what, Riley Walker tried to get a charge there. Those acting chops were working pretty well. Just didn't quite sell it all the way.
Back for Gabriel Hill in a 4-point game, 46-42. Lob pass too far. And Harvey and Hill just haven't been able to connect too often today. That one bounced up onto the stage and into the concession area. 6:06 to play. Nearly 2 minutes gone here, and Coffey has it after the Clopton turnover. Baseline, spin shot, and that's travel.
Oh,
or a
jump
tie-up.
ball.
Yeah. And the alternating arrow gives it to the Hawks. No one knows if they should agree or argue or what on that one.
Everybody's a little confused as to how mad what they're supposed to be mad about.
They know they're mad.
Yeah, they know they're mad.
46-42. Clopton trails here in the fourth. Here's Mason Street. Street gives it back to Gabriel Hill. Hill starts his dribble, hands it off for Tyler Kuntz. Kuntz to the near side for Street, now for Daniel Harvey. Harvey looks at the baseline. It wasn't there for him. Comes back out from the high blocks. Turnaround shot off the glass is no good. Riley Walker the rebound.
And he's going to be fouled big time. That is going to go against Holden Ash as he was pushing, basically had Riley Walker on his own back. And that is the 5th team foul for Hermann here with 5:28 to go in the ball game.
Just the second foul on Holden Ash. Clopton still trying, and Kuntz will try the three and nail it. And it's a 1-point game, 46-45. Tyler Kuntz has come alive with 6 here in the second half. Back the other way is Connor Coffey over to the far side. They work it in down low to Terry at the post. His shot's no good. Rebound tipped out, and they'll reset the offense. Ash over to the far side to Anderson. That shot's no good. And the rebound picked up this time by the Hawks. Had to think about it. Pass intercepted as they never really got control, did the Hawks. And what do we have? A timeout taken by the Hermann Bearcats with 4:46 to go. 46-45, they lead Clopton here in the fourth in this boys consolation game at Montgomery County from Eagle 102.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
46-45, our score here in the fourth, 4:46 to play. Clopton trailed by 8 at the half, and we said they're a second half team. 8 wasn't a huge deficit, now it's just 1. I think it's taken a little longer to catch up than I thought.
A little full court pressure in the back court, but they allowed them to easily cross that timeline.
Near side, Holden Ash. Now for Seth Hackman. Hackman for Parker Anderson. Anderson comes near side for Coffey. That's Connor. Ball fake goes to baseline, cut off nicely by Hill, and they'll have to go to Anderson. Kicks it cross court. Hackman's three is no good. Harvey the rebound, and he got poked in the eye.
Sometimes we enjoy the commentary on the court.
Coach Francis said that's no foul, and the official who blew the whistle said I can't see through his body that he got poked in the eye.
And then Hermann
Whithouse, another whistle.
No, they were stop and play because there was water on the court.
Yeah.
That's what we're assuming.
Well, they're trying to dry something up, and the conversation continues between Mr. Hansen and Coach Francis. But
they're all laughs. But I do think they were cleaning a little something up. I'm not sure what, but
I think Coach Francis may have run into somebody's cup of water while the conversation continued.
Is that how that works?
Coach Whithouse was upset that they blew the whistle dead, or blow the play dead, just for him getting poked in the eye. And that, of course, is a dangerous situation. Yeah. That three is offline for Hill as we're finally back underway. And Hermann will take the loose ball.
Fun times.
Yeah, here's Coffey with 3:51 to play. And we've got a foul away from the ball handler. And that's going to be on Mason Street, and that's his fourth.
And it's obviously going to result in a 1-and-1 as that's the 8th team foul.
Holden Ash will be at the line. Back in with 4 fouls is Zach Evans. Street checks out after picking up his 4th personal. So you're trading 4 for 4 there. 3:48 to go in the front half of this 1-and-1. Is good from Ash to make it a 2-point game.
And really, that's only the second free throw shot that Hermann has made today.
Both come in this second half. Second shot is good as well. So he's the first player to hit both of them for Hermann. In one opportunity from the line. 3-point lead for the Bearcats. Clopton looking to tie with a 3-point play, and instead we'll have a foul on the floor.
And that'll only be the 6th team foul for Hermann.
It's on Connor Coffey, his 3rd. Evans looking for somebody. Couldn't find the easy point, so gives it out to Gabriel Hill at the near point. Hill hands it off for Riley Walker. Walker goes far side for Evans. He fakes the 3, hands it off to Kuntz. Kuntz going to drive to the near side now. He dumps it off for Riley Walker. Walker back to Gabriel Hill. Hill Gives it to Evans now for Daniel Harvey. Harvey. Nothing there. Gives it to Riley Walker. Tip pass. Walker sneaks it over the rim and scores.
I tell you what, sometimes he's a silent scorer for the Hawks, but I tell you what, they've got it within one now with 3 minutes to go here in the ball game.
48-47, 2:58 on the clock. Clopton would love a steal here. Here's Anderson. Over to the far side, Connor Coffey. Coffey to the center of the lane, gave up his dribble. Now here's the three, and that one's off the mark. And Kuntz had the rebound, knocked away from him, but it's going to stay with Clopton. 2:42 to play in regulation. Chance for the Hawks to take the lead on this possession.
And I don't know if you saw Tyler Kuntz's eyes got as big as quarters as he came in and tried to rip the ball away.
Across the line is Daniel Harvey. To the near side, Riley Walker. Walker surveys the scene, gives it back to Daniel. Lob pass now for Evans. He's hacked on his way up. And will shoot two to try and give the Hawks even or ahead.
So he'll get two, and that is going to go against Ash. That is his third.
And at the line is the Jim goes silent. Zach Evans. First shot, in and out. He'll have to hit the second one to tie the ball game.
And there's absolutely nobody putting more pressure on himself or on him than himself right now.
And a timeout taken by Coach Whithouse and the Bearcats, who still lead this ball game 48-47, 2:27 to go in regulation on Eagle 102.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
48-47. Zach Evans at the line for one more shot to try and tie this ball game in the final 2-ish minutes.
Well, I tell you what, we heard a little earlier in the game about the Clarksville American Legion having their craft fair going on today, and I hear a rumor that Santa may be down there. So if you're looking for a chance for the kids to see Santa, you might head that direction.
Evans at the line in a 48-47 ball game. One more shot. The foul again was on Holden Ash, his third. Shot goes up, and we're tied.
Whole new ball game here with 2:27 to go. And patience may be the key to Clopton this season.
He's got 8 points in the ball game. And now here comes the Bearcats. Connor Coffey over to Parker Anderson. Anderson comes near side for Hackman. Seth dribbles out of the corner. Back to the near point, working against Evans, who's playing with 4 fouls. Gives it to Anderson. Now for Connor Coffey, all the way out to the center circle. 1:56 to play. On far side, now corner. Here's Hackman for 3. Too long. Riley Walker the rebound. Gives it off to Daniel Harvey. Clopton looking for the lead with 1:42 to go.
And I can't tell by base some things that Harvey's doing if that eye is still bothering him.
Not too much. You can see the basket. And Clopton's ahead, 50-48. Now, if he's got a problem with it, you know,
yeah,
it'll be fixed.
Yeah. Pretty sure his mom's going to take care of that.
Coffey over to the far side now for Hackman. Back up top for Anderson. Anderson going to back up and hand it back to Connor Coffey. Harvey on him. Terry tries to give a little pick, so Hill takes over the defense. Gives it back now for Seth Hackman. Hackman hands it to Anderson. Back to Coffey. Fakes the 3. Drives center of the lane. That wasn't there for him. Kick it back. And they'll reset. Down to 54 seconds to go in regulation. Here's Connor Coffey.
Nice defense by the Hawks right now to keep Hermann at bay.
All the way back to the center circle is Connor Coffey.
Coach Francis on all fours banging on the court.
Coffee still with it. Nothing there. 35 seconds to go in regulation. Clopton leads by 2. Are they going to play for a final shot? How about a timeout? Bearcats take a timeout. Clopton leads 50-48. 31.5 seconds to go in this boys consolation game on Eagle 102.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
50-48, Clopton leads. It'll be Hermann's ball on the far sideline, about midway through the offensive zone when we come back from this timeout. Eagle 102 Sports coverage of the Montgomery County Invitational all week long has been brought to you by PJ Salon, the Cross Lumber Company in Bowling Green, and Lynn's Heritage House, also by Northeast Missouri Title Company, RE/MAX Realty agent Elisha Koenig, and One Multi-Sports Complex. Glad you're with us. Either listening at 102.1 FM, KJFMradio.com, the KJFM radio app, or on your Alexa-enabled device.
So, Mark, do we think they're going to try and hold it for basically 30 seconds and end this in dramatic fashion?
I think whenever they can get the go-ahead 3, that's what they're going to take. I don't think they're going to settle for a 2 to tie here. I think they're going for the win. And Clopton's going to spread them out. They get it to Terry. Terry gives it to Coffee. Well, there is a 2. How about that? And a 3-point play available now. 26.9 seconds to go as Coffee hits the runner.
And they call it on Gabriel Hill.
So we're tied at 50. And a timeout taken by the Hawks as Coffee will head to the line. It was Gabriel's 3rd foul. And we'll take a quick break as well. 50-50 with Coffee at the line when we come back on Eagle 102.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
So it wasn't the play I thought they were going to design. They spring Coffee. He makes it to the basket and ties the game and is fouled in the process by Gabriel Hill. So a chance for Hermann to take the lead with a free throw, but there's still a lot of time left. Almost 27 seconds.
And really, free throws haven't been Hermann's game today.
Well, the pressure's on now. It's crunch time. Coffee goes to the line before he shoots. Again, a reminder, this week's coverage brought to you by PJ Salon, the Cross Lumber Company in Bowling Green, and Lynn's Heritage House.
All right, everybody's back on the court.
50-50, and here's Connor Coffee. And that's a free throw made to put Hermann back ahead by 1. 25 seconds to go. Here's Harvey. Into the offensive end, Coffee all over him, down to 18 seconds. Give it to Evans, and he is fouled. And will head to the line, and that's number 4 on Seth Hackman. Evans will need both of them to put the Hawks back ahead. He's got 8 points. He's 2 of 4 shooting free throws. He'll need both of them here. In crunch time, 15.5 seconds to go. He's made the front half once, the back half once. He needs to hit both halves this time, and he hits the first one.
Starts it off right.
Clopton ahead by, pulls even at 51. They can go ahead by a point with this second free throw.
The key here, if he makes it, is not to foul.
Zach, second shot, good as well. Money down the stretch. They've got a man open for a 3, and they didn't get it to him. Coach Francis was going to go out and guard him, I think, if they didn't get there soon enough. Here's the 3 with 4 seconds to go. It's short. Ball loose, and Clopton gets the rebound.
And Mason Street is headed to the free throw line.
Mason got that long board and was immediately fouled. 1.5 seconds to go. And the Hawks look like they're going to take home some hardware here.
Holy cow.
At the Montgomery County Invitational.
Got a sub coming in. Tyler Kuntz going to come in for Gabriel Hill.
1.5 seconds to go. It's a 1-1 for Street. He misses the first half. They throw it up, hit the vents, and that's the ball game. Clopton wins this one by a point, 52-51. And we'll be back with the postgame show for you after this on Eagle 102.
The Eagle 102 postgame show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Joanna Brock with the Clarksville Community Chamber talking about an event that's going on today in Clarksville.
There is a Christmas market in the American Legion Post right here on Highway 79 in Clarksville. We have 16 different vendors, all kinds of Christmas gift ideas and house decorations for you, and food till about 4. Please come on down.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Hill from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and friendship and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887, member FDIC.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
So Consolation goes to the Clopton boys by a single point, 52-51, and it took almost the entire game to get even and ahead and beat a very feisty number 7 seed Hermann team. They did not play in this tournament like a 7 seed. And
they didn't. I think they were a little sneaky maybe. Maybe they didn't quite say exactly what all they had.
Yeah, that was an interesting seed, and Coach Whithouse, his team definitely played above that seeding in this tournament, but finishes just out of hardware consideration, a point behind the Clopton Hawks as they win this game 52-51. And again, Clopton, a second half team. They trailed by 8 after 2 quarters at 30-22, pulled it within 5 at the end of 3, and were able to hit some free throws down the stretch. Hit a key 3 with Tyler Kuntz, and really able to stifle that attack from Hermann over the last couple of minutes. There was no way that the Bearcats were hitting a three-pointer there in the final minute and a half, as that defense really stiffened up for Clopton.
No, really, and kudos to the coaching staff for Clopton, man. They made some really key adjustments in there at halftime, and really those things that were open there in the first half that we identified, they were able to shut those down fairly easily there in the second.
So 52-51, our final. Congratulations to Coach Tony Francis and the number 4 seed Clopton Hawks on winning the Consolation Trophy here at the Montgomery County Invitational. We'll take a break, come back with your final scoring numbers after this as we continue the Eagle 102 postgame show on KJFM.
Hair care for the entire family. That's what's available at PJ's Salon in Louisiana. Everyone is welcome, men, women, boys, and girls. PJ's can help make everyone look their best. Walk-ins are welcome, and evening hours can be made by appointment. PJ Salon is your fall senior hair salon, from hair, tanning, and nails to pedicures, waxing, and supplies. Call or stop in. PJ Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana. Best wishes to all the area sports teams this year from the friendly folks at PJ Salon.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
Final on this one, 52-51. Clopton picks up Consolation over Hermann. And our final scoring numbers, first for the Bearcats. They finish with 3 points from Connor Coffey and 3 points for Nick Bruni. 4 points tonight or this morning for Parker Anderson and 4 for Seth Hackman. 6-point game for Austin Terry, the big man. J.J. Munwiller had 7 off the bench, and 24 points for Holden Ash, as he's the game's top scorer. For the Clopton Hawks, 6 points each for Riley Walker and Tyler Kuntz. That 3 was huge there in the fourth quarter for Tyler. 8 points for Mason Street in this ball game. 10 points for Zach Evans, and then twin totals of 11 for Gabriel Hill and Daniel Harvey to lead the way for the Hawks. So 3 players in double figures, just 1 for Hermann, although that 1 had 24 points to lead all scores. Clopton wins Consolation 52-51 over the Hermann Bearcats, and in about 29 minutes, we're going to have the girls' third place game for you between the number 4 seed Clopton Lady Hawks and the 2 seed Montgomery County Lady Wildcats, and I'm excited about that one. I think these present some interesting matchups for one another, these two teams do. And, of course, Montgomery coming in with a little bit of disappointment at not being in the championship game of their home tournament as the 2 seed. So we'll talk about that in about 28 minutes as we start that pregame show. For now, we'll send it back to the station and say congratulations to the Clopton Hawks on winning Consolation here at the 2020 Montgomery County Invitational on Eagle 102.
With studios in Louisiana and Bowling Green, this is Eagle 102 KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green, KJFM Radio, Eagle 102.
Merry Christmas and best wishes for the happy sounds and happy times from all the folks at Walls County Mutual Insurance and KJFM Radio, Eagle 102. May all your days be merry and bright this holiday season and all year long. Happy holidays to you and your family from all of us at Eagle.
Your forecast is coming up. Hear Montgomery County tournament basketball action all week on KJFM. Brought to you by TJ Salon and Lacrosse Lumber in Bowling Green.
Meteorology share types with your Eagle 102 forecast. Bright sunshine this afternoon with daytime highs approaching 50. Easterly winds around 5 miles an hour. Lows dip down to about 28. Tonight, mainly clear. More clouds than sun tomorrow as level off around 43. Low 40s Monday, upper 40s Tuesday. That's your forecast on KJFM Radio. Currently 48 degrees.
Eagle 102 weather is brought to you by Lynn's Heritage House, not your average senior living facility. For more information, visit lynnsheritage.com. You're listening to KJFM, Eagle 102.
KJFM Louisiana Bowling Green 1021 on your dial. KJFM Radio Eagle 102. Area high school basketball is on the air. Every week, Eagle 102 brings you the best of area high school sports. On air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. Now to the court for high school basketball on your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.
And welcome back to the 2020 Montgomery County Invitational Tournament here on Eagle 102. Mark Froelich, Marianne Everhart. Congratulations to the Clopton boys. Now it's the Clopton girls' turn to win some hardware at this tournament as they take on the number 2 seed Montgomery County Lady Wildcats for the 3rd place trophy.
And, you know, we talked about it in the last game. Montgomery County got here because they took it to overtime against number 3 Mexico on Wednesday night, and then came up short. And so, you know, they've got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, came in as the number 2 seed, had high expectations, planned on playing in that championship game here of their home tournament, and it just didn't go as planned. So they've got something to prove. And the Clopton Lady Hawks, well, they had a tough matchup against the number 1 seed Hermann Bearcats on Wednesday night, and we know that they always are looking to prove something.
Yeah, and I think everyone's going to have a tough matchup with the Hermann Lady Bearcats this season. But Clopton played them well, played New Haven well in the opening round. I think they've still trying to find the exact mix for this set of Clopton Lady Hawks. But this program, they've always been good in big games, and I think today and this season will be no different.
Well, and to be honest with you, Mark, you know, the excitement, the hype of the boys coming back, winning that game, you know, late in the 4th quarter, the excitement that Clopton had. Girls were peeking out and seeing part of it. That's going to bring that. They're going to bring some of that with them. So they've got a little momentum coming their way. But again, Montgomery County, you're on their home court, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that the stands aren't packed. It's still home.
Yeah. That's definitely true. We'll have our keys to the game for you when we come back between Clopton and Montgomery County here on Eagle 102.
The area's home improvement and rental equipment headquarters is LaCrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green. Check out great rates on rental equipment and save lots of money. LaCrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green carries a large inventory of equipment to make that tough job easier for the do-it-yourselfer. All your building supplies plus blueprint service available, and ask about free delivery. The oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. LaCrosse Lumber Company, 1014 West Adams in Bowling Green. Phone 324-5431.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Show off your school pride today with the Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Every time you use your Bulldog debit card, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. Stop by the bank today and get your new Bulldog debit card so you can start supporting the teachers and students with every swipe. The Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. Member FDIC.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, PikeCountyHealth.org, for more information.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's time now for the Eagle 102 pregame show, sponsored by Bowling Green Pharmacy.
And our keys to the game in this one brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate. I think Clopton they need to play defense first and foremost, and not get too. Well, they just need to be patient offensively against this Montgomery County team. I don't think that the chances are going to present themselves wide open too often. So they've got to work for their shot and make the most of it offensively. And like I said, play defense, hold your assignments, and not let them get easy points.
I'm really hoping we see that Clopton defense where they're in your face basically most of the night. I think that they'll get some turnovers that way. But, Montgomery comes in with a nice squad, a nice group of girls that have played for several years, had 3 all-conference players returning to their squad. So they're not going to be easy. So, they're going to have to play smart. The mental errors. It's an early game. It's early in the afternoon, so it's really going to have to stay laser-focused and make sure you watch the fouls. Kerrigan Lockhard's going to have to find ways to get points on the board tonight from the field. I understand against Hermann they did a good job. They kept her from scoring a field goal all night, but she did her damage from the free throw line. They're going to need a combination of her tonight from the free throw line and from the paint.
I think we're going to learn really quick if Montgomery County is playing with an edge because they're in this game or disappointed because they're in this game. We'll see in the first 5 minutes if they come out raring to go or cold off the bench here in this ball game. Those are our keys to the game, brought to you by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, and we'll have our starting lineups for you between Clopton and Montgomery County for third place at this Montgomery County Invitational after this on Eagle 102.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved one the independence that they want and the services that they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, call Lynn's Heritage House to set up a tour and visit soon. Phone 754-4020 or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
Daily life is a bit different right now than what we're used to. Some are feeling the effects more than others, but let's remember that this too shall pass and try to find ways to keep positive, help others in need, continue to support our businesses as best we can, but also take this time of distancing and shutdowns to self-reflect and improve. Spend quality time with family, exercise, pray, tackle a home improvement project, even if it's just a power cleaning inside and out, but do something that helps you feel empowered and moving forward. Vicki Cadwalder, Real Estate, praying for good to come out of trials.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for ego, power beyond belief.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Time now for the Eagle 102 Keys to the Game on KJFM, sponsored by Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate in Louisiana.
Well, instead, let's do our starting lineups for this ball game. First for the Clopton Lady Hawks. They'll start a 5'2 senior, number 11, Taylor Akers. Number 22 gets to start a 5'6 senior, Mary Margaret Garrett. Number 31, a 5'5 freshman, Brea Smith, gets to start tonight. A 5'5 sophomore, number 33, Madeline Bruni. And number 35, a 5'10 senior, Kerrigan Locker. For Montgomery County, they're the 2 seed in this tournament. They'll start a 5'8 sophomore, number 5, Carson Flake. Number 10 gets to start a 5'8 junior, Sam Quatham. Number 11, a 5'9 senior, Renee Finke, gets to start tonight. Number 24, a 5'10 senior, Taylor Flake. And number 30, a 5'10 sophomore, Bailey Fisher. So again, for Clopton, it's Akers, Garrett, Smith, Bruni, and Lockard. And for Montgomery, it is Flake, Quatham, Finke, Flake, and Fisher. Again, Clopton, the 4 seed, Montgomery, the 2 seed. The Hawks, coached by Devin Streed, and the Lady Wildcats, coached by Joe Basinger. And we'll take a break. We'll come back with your opening tip. It's just minutes away here in this ladies' third place game from Montgomery County on Eagle 102.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Georgia Streets in Louisiana.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Is it time to renew, redo, or rebuild? People's Bank and Trust can help you make those home improvements without springing a leak in your budget. I'm Christine Rutherford, and we have loans designed specifically for repairs and renovations, along with home equity lines of credit. Stop by your local People's Bank in Bowling Green, and let's talk about how People's Bank can help you. People's Bank and Trust online at www.pbtc.net or give me a call at 573-324-2525. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender, MLO number 421603, NMLS number 407724.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Finishing up the introductions on the floor right now, and Clopton all huddling up between the three-point line and the center circle ahead of this third-place game.
Now, Mark, we're going to see how many times I can screw up as the Lady Wildcats are the guests on the scoreboard. I hate when they do that to me.
Well, just pay attention to ours.
I will. I'll be looking. Yeah,
that we've got on
our scoreboard's going to be
KJFMradio.com. Yeah.
Good point. But sometimes I'm a little slow. But either way, this should be a good matchup. And again, this is another early EMO conference matchup. Hardware may be taken here, but really bragging rights come later in the season.
All right, it'll be Kerrigan Locker jumping center against Bailey Fisher. They're in the center circle. Ball is up, and Clopton wins the opening toss. And it'll be taken by Taylor Akers across the line. Akers.
Man-to-man defense from the Lady Wildcats right out the gate.
Here's Kerrigan Locker trying to find a little room. Kicks it to the corner to Akers. And she'll bounce pass it up now for Madeline Bruni. Bruni trying to find a little space, loses control, and it's taken away by Taylor Flake. Turnover gives it to the Wildcats. Half minute into this ball game, and they have a little trouble with it. Bailey Fisher.
I think everybody's excited.
Gives it off for number 24, Taylor Flake. They got to the backboard, shot good, and a foul. Carson Flake with the first 2 points of this ball game, and a chance to make it a three-point play.
And that's going to be Mary Margaret Garrett picking up her first foul, first team foul.
Marge picks up her first personal. And at the line to try and complete the three-point play is Carson Flake, and her shot is good.
So early 3-0 lead for Montgomery.
Here's Akers back the other way for the Hawks. Trying to find some space. Comes in near side with it for Brea Smith. Smith, her shot hits the bottom of the rim. That shot no good on the putback, and coming away with it this time is number 11, Renee Finke. She's cut off on the baseline and kicks it back up top for Carson Flake. Here's a three from Quatham on the far side. It's well off the mark, and on the rebound, we've got a foul.
That is going to go against Renee Fink. It'll be her first, team's first. Finke, excuse me.
First foul against the Wildcats, and here's Akers with it in the backcourt. Long pass ahead to Kerrigan Lockard. Lockard gives up her dribble, now gives up the ball back to Taylor Akers in the offensive end. 6:45 to play here in the first quarter. 3-0 Wildcats. Here's Brea Smith. Smith trying to find her way to the basket, and
we have an offensive foul.
Not on the ball carrier, but away from the ball, and that's the second on Garrett.
So Garrett's second, team second. Still 3-0 lead. Lady Wildcats on top of the Hawks.
And quickly off the bench is Logan Hall. She'll check in at the next whistle. Hopefully not a third foul on Garrett. No, it's a throwaway, and the Hawks will get it back on the turnover.
So first turnover for Lady Wildcats here in the contest.
So Marge checks out. Logan Hall into the ball game.
Brea Smith going to inbound the ball between the Clopton bench and the scorers table.
Gets it into Taylor Akers. Akers, good move to get across against two defenders, but then there's a foul.
I believe Finke's going to pick up her second foul.
So both teams with two fouls, but only two players have committed those fouls.
Rogers checking in now for the Lady Wildcats for Finke.
Trying to find somebody. Brea Smith does get it into Hall. Gets it back now and to Akers. Akers kicks it back even further to Bruni.
Bruni loses a handle on it. It's taken away by Montgomery County.
Bounce pass across the lane. Shot off the glass is no good for Fisher. And the Hawks get the rebound, and Lockard gave up her dribble and is standing by herself in the backcourt.
Well, she had picked it up and looked to launch it down the court. However, by the time as she looked up, that player was already covered.
Akers with a no-look shot. Hall the putback, and Logan is fouled and will head to the line.
So Hall will go to the charity stripe for the first time for the Hawks as Fisher picks up her first foul, team's third.
5:52 to go here in the first quarter. 3-0 in favor of the Wildcats. And the first shot rims out for Hall. Looked pretty good coming off the hand.
Had kind of one of those weird spins on it. Kind of went all the way around the rim and then fell off the side.
Second shot. for Logan is short, just scrape the rim. And now Bruni
and Fisher
Tag
tied
one.
up. Jump ball. Possession arrow is going to favor Montgomery County. Quatham helps Bruni up off the court after helping her down to the court.
3-0 in favor of the Wildcats. They come across the line to the far side now for Taylor Flake. Flake into the corner for Fisher. Her turnaround 2 is no good. Quatham on the putback, though, is good, and it's 5-0.
So Sam Quatham comes in, gets that rebound, was able to put it right back up as she had some height advantage there. Now the Hawks are on the other end.
And Lockard is banged into pretty good as she takes a shot. Now the ball taken back by Bruni. Her shot off the glass, no good, but a foul going to be whistled on number 5, Carson Flake, her first.
You know, Bruni has stepped up and really worked on getting some of those steals that Clopton's been known for over the last couple of years, kind of trying to fill the role maybe of KK as she was known for her steals. Bruni's kind of really stepped up and working on her technique there.
And Kaylee Kuntz is here. She's just not eligible.
Yeah, she's just not eligible. I'm pretty sure there's probably a couple people that would take her out there.
Yeah. 0 for 3 are the Hawks from the free throw line here in the early going, and still 0 on the scoreboard.
Quatham comes out. She's going to get a breather.
That one does rattle down, and it's 5-1.
So Hawks finally get on the scoreboard as a long pass is thrown up for Montgomery County.
And a travel.
Third turnover for the Lady Wildcats.
Carson Flake got that pass just inside the three-point line and took 2 steps back to set herself up for it. Well, that's too many. Now Clopton off the turnover. Here's Bruni. She almost carried the ball.
And she's going to be fouled.
That's going to go against number 14, Meredith Rogers.
No.
That must be away from the ball.
It's
Malia
still,
Rogers.
Yeah, still Rogers.
Yeah. 5:04 to go, first quarter, 4-point game. 5-1 in favor of the Wildcats. Lockard trying to find some room on the baseline, goes into a double team, hits almost glance that off the side of the backboard and misses. And here comes Montgomery off the rebound. Good defense from Brea Smith to cut off the first shot. That little runner's no good. Ball goes to the floor, and Logan Hall picks it up. Ahead to Taylor Akers. Offensive end now for Brea Smith. Smith back to Taylor. She works off that point, center of the lane, and we've got another foul.
And that's going to be the 16th foul for Montgomery County, and that, I believe, is going on Rogers as well.
Yep, second on Malia.
So Clopton needs to get their free throws in check here in the first half because they're shooting for the next, almost 12 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Bruni to trigger the inbound, gets it to Logan Hall. Here's a 3 from the corner for Kerrigan Lockard, and that's good.
Lockard drains a 3.
That'll get you right back in the ball game.
It's a 1-point game. Wildcats on top, 5-4.
Far side with it now is Meredith Rogers.
And there's another steal.
Bruni gets it to Kerrigan Lockard. Now for Akers, Brea Smith with it over to the far side. That shot, Logan Hall a little short. Rebound, almost a bit of illegal contact there from Lockard. She got away with it. Back the other way. Comes Malia Rogers, now into the corner. They'll dribble out. Back to the basket now. That little runner's off the glass and good for Broniak. Her first 2 points off the bench.
Sam Quatham set to check back in at the next dead ball as Akers brings it across the timeline.
7-4. Here's another long 2. And Hall on the rebound. I'm not sure the call was against Hall, wasn't it?
It is, but I believe Basinger just received his first warning of the game.
And he takes a seat all the way at the end of the Montgomery bench.
So Quatham has come into the ball game.
Ooh. Bailey Fisher was almost out of bounds by the time
she was.
Finished off that pass. She was leaning heavily, and the referee wasn't looking anymore. Here's Fisher with it over to the far side for Sam. Her 3 is short. And on the rebound, Bruni takes it away and travels.
Yep, there we go. And the two officials talked about they did the right thing. Both blew their whistle, wanted to make sure that they were on the same page. Madison Akers going to check in now. She's going to come in for Smith. Now, Akers has been coming in. Madison has been coming in to basically be a little, like almost that gnat that just won't get out of your face. You're constantly swiping at it, and it's been effective.
Fisher gets the inbound pass despite it being tipped by Kerrigan Lockard. Lockard out very high today defensively for the Hawks. Here's Sam Quatham. Pass does make it to Fisher. Not where she could get an easy shot, however. Now she'll move back across the lane to the near side. Ball fake. Baseline, nothing there for Carson Flake. They work it down low. Sam, almost over her shoulder, puts that up and scores.
I'm not sure how Quatham got that one there, but she did. And picking up her second foul is Logan Hall.
So she's got 2. Marge Garrett has 2.
And Marge is coming back in. Well, wait, did they not count I was going to say, they counted the bucket. So now they can let her in.
Hall checks out. And Quatham at the line. And the shot finishes off the three-point play, makes it a 6-point lead. And Montgomery 2 for 2 from the free throw line as a team. Here's a 3 from Akers, top of the key, in and out, back in.
Taylor Akers drains the 3 and makes it a 3-point game with 2:25 to go in the first.
10-7. Back the other way is Carson Flake. To Fisher over to the far side for Quatham. Quatham ball fake, finds the baseline, lost control, still put up a shot. Got her own rebound, was blocked, takes it away again, scores and is fouled.
And I tell you what, for a moment, the shortest person on the court had a hold of the basketball, but is knocked out of her hands.
I thought she was fouled, actually, by Quatham.
I agree, but she's going to pick up. That's Madison Akers is going to pick up the foul. Sam Quatham's going back to the charity stripe to shoot 2.
And the first shot is no good. It was a 1-and-1.
Oh, it was
so
a 1-and-1.
it was on the rebound, not the putback.
Oh, there you go.
So here come Clopton the other way. It's 12-7. And that shot is no good for Garrett. And the rebound taken away. It's tough sledding under there. Even if you get a rebound, it's going to get ripped away.
And really on both ends.
Work it around to the far side corner. Now going baseline is Broniak. Gets it to Quatham, and her shot off the glass is good.
They're going to have to find an answer for Quatham as Wildcats take the largest lead of the night by 7, 14-7, with 1:30 to go in the first.
Here's Akers to the near side. Akers to Akers. Loses control. Marge Garrett goes to the floor. They're out of bounds. Fighting for the ball. And they're going to say it's Clopton ball.
So it looks like Brea Smith's going to check back in the basketball game. She's going to come in for Madison Akers.
A couple of changes on the Montgomery side as well. So Garrett to inbound. Bernie running out of time, and the pass rejected.
And she was working against Finke there, and Finke went high and smacked it down like a volleyball player.
Which wasn't the worst outcome for Clopton because they were about to get 5 seconds.
They were.
Now the ball slapped into the backcourt where Kerrigan Lockard takes control. She's going to try and go all the way to the basket.
Loses the handle, and out of bounds it goes. That's their 5th turnover here in the first quarter.
1:13 to play in the first. 14-7 in favor of the Wildcats. Here's Quatham with it. Gave up her dribble, now gives up the ball back up top for number 11, Renee Finke. Lob pass down low, gets away and taken away by Clopton, and now we've got a foul going to be whistled on Bailey Fisher.
That's her second, team 7th. We should walk to the other end for a 1-and-1, and that's what they hold up. So Bruni will head to the charity stripe. She's been there once already tonight. She's 1 for 2.
It's just me, as it seemed like this first quarter has taken a long time.
Well, being that we have, 12 fouls between the two teams, yep, it kind of has.
So at the line for a 1-and-1 is Madeline Bruni.
It's good.
Hits the first to earn the second. 14-8 is our score. And the second shot is no good. Rebound pulled down by Bailey Fisher. She's on the run. No charge, no foul, and a shot good for Bailey Fisher. Her first 2 points of the ball game. Make it
Go ahead.
16-8. Here's Akers with it. Head fake, goes to the basket, shot no good. Rebound picked up by Montgomery. She almost fouled the ball. Pass behind Quatham and out of bounds, and she goes through the Clopton bench.
There is no slow speed for Quatham.
Good thing they're padded chairs.
It almost looked like she was laying down to take a nap. She's kind of rubbing her arm there. She must have hit the arm of the chair. Somebody check the chair and make sure the chair's okay.
More changes for Montgomery. We'll get you all the numbers here as we go along. 37 seconds to go in the first. They just don't want anyone to pick up a ticky-tack foul in the final 30 seconds. Here's Taylor Akers. And the ball knocked away from her by Quatham, but it goes out of bounds, stays with the Hawks. 29 ticks remaining in the quarter.
So Kerrigan Locker inbounded over on the far side.
Akers gets that inbound pass. In between the circles, comes to the near side for Brea Smith. Now for Kerrigan Lockard. Lockard works it to Mary Margaret Garrett. Garrett had trouble, gives it back to Kerrigan. 17 seconds on the clock. Here's Lockard to the hoop. She scores.
So Kerrigan Lockard with 5 on the night. It's a 6-point game now with Wildcats on top.
Quickly back the other way. They're going to try and set up one more shot here to end the quarter, and a travel instead called on number 23, Carissa Doyle.
Both teams 5 turnovers in the first quarter.
3 seconds even. Let's see if the Hawks can do anything. Here's Kerrigan Lockard. Runs into two-man pressure and runs out of time. She hits the backboard. I think the shot was late anyway. 16-10, Clopton trailing Montgomery after one quarter here from the Montgomery County Invitational third place game on Eagle 102.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Clopton ball to start the second quarter. They trail Montgomery 16-10 after the opening 8 minutes in this third place game.
I'm going to tell you what, both these teams have been hustling up and down the court. I feel like I need a nap already.
Brea Smith inbounds for Taylor Akers. Akers into the far corner for Bruni, and she's knocked down.
That's right.
Blocking foul going to be called on number 5, Carson Flake.
That's a 1-and-1.
Her second foul.
So Madeline Bruni going to get a 1-and-1. I think she's kind of shaking it off a little bit. I think she hit the court maybe a little harder than
there was a good thud.
There was a good thud.
So she's 2 of 4 shooting free throws. Clopton 2 of 6 as a team. And Madeline can't earn the second one. And the rebound goes to the near corner, picked up by Montgomery, but stolen back by Brea Smith. She puts it off the glass and in.
And Smith takes care of business, gets her first 2 points of the night. It's a 4-point game, 16-12 as we're getting started in the second.
Open path to the baseline. Shot was no good. Montgomery gets their own rebound, and scoring the two-pointer is Broniak. About a 12-footer there.
So still back to that 6-point lead as Akers works over on the far wing.
Ooh, almost a travel called on Akers. And a timeout taken by Coach Devin Street. She yelled for it for about 10 seconds, I think. 7:19 to go here in the second quarter, 18-12. Clopton trailing Montgomery on Eagle 102.
It's time again for your annual mammogram, and Pike County Memorial Hospital is here for you. Now, state-of-the-art 3D mammography is closer to you than ever before. Receive the highest quality mammograms and bone density scans from our certified technologist right here in Pike County. Plus, your records and former scans can easily be transferred to us so we can keep everything up to date. It's state-of-the-art technology and the quality care you can count on right in your own backyard. For more information, go to pcmh-mo.org.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
7:19 to play here in the second quarter, 18-12. Montgomery leading the Clopton Lady Hawks.
I have to laugh because I feel certain that Coach Street's husband says, no, I hear her just fine on a regular basis.
Here's Akers with it. Near side for Lockard. Floater through the lane is short, and the rebound pulled down this time by Carson Flake, and now a foul going to be whistled.
Madeline Bruni, she made contact with Flake as they were running up and down the baseline. That is the team's 6th foul, so no shots yet.
Next time, as we're 58 seconds into the second quarter. Trying to get it in. They get it to Bailey Fisher. Fisher kicks it back. Here's a three from the near side, and that's good. For number 11, Renee Finke, her first tray of the night.
She drains that tray and that take the largest lead by 9. And a little miscommunication is going to go out of bounds. Lucky for the Hawks, that went out of bounds off of Montgomery County, so it'll stay with the Lady Hawks.
Akers went over and talked to Kerrigan Lockard after that ball went out of bounds.
Make sure that everybody's on the same page.
Here's Akers with it off the bounce pass from Brea Smith. She goes to the far side. Nothing there on the baseline, so she'll dribble back out all the way between the circles and gets it to Kerrigan Lockard. This is where that patience has to play in here. That scooper off the glass is good for Kerrigan Lockard.
And, that's what the Hawks were missing the other night. She has 7 on the night now in the afternoon.
Almost a turnover.
Yeah, it was.
By Montgomery. Comes back to the near side for Renee Finke. Finke kicks it back up top. Over to the far side now for number 20 Hannah Broniak. Now for Carson Flake. Flake back to Broniak. Her three. Good.
They're going to have to shut down Broniak. Give her 7 now on the afternoon. And it's a 10-point lead for Montgomery.
Here's Akers back the other way. For the Hawks, 5:50 remaining. To Kerrigan Lockard out high. She'll drive the lane and put another one off the glass for 2. So
Give her 9.
Yeah. Quickly the other way, and now a foul going to be whistled, I think, on Akers.
Taylor Akers will pick up her first. It'll be the 7th team foul.
And Renee Finke will head to the line to shoot a pair.
And Renee Finke is one of those all-conference players that returned for the Lady Wildcats. Sam Quatham set the check back in the basketball game.
3 changes coming for Montgomery.
Rogers coming in along with, both Rogers.
Well, one's going to have to wait for the shooter. 5:35 to play. It's 24-16. Second shot is good. Make it 25. So she hits 1 of 2, does Renee Finke. That's a 9-point game again.
So Logan Hall also back in the basketball game as Akers comes across the timeline.
Akers to Logan Hall, stripped away from her and taken. Now it's out of bounds. It's going to be last touched by Clopton. So another turnover on good defense by the Wildcats. 5:22 to play in the first half of this ball game. Into the offensive end, they get it to Quatham. Quatham is fouled.
She's going to be fouled by Taylor Akers, and that'll be her second. And they're going to send Quatham back to the charity stripe. She's been there once already tonight. She's 2 for 2.
Montgomery County Tournament coverage on Eagle 102 brought to you all this week by PJ Salon, the Cross Lumber Company in Bowling Green, and Lynn's Heritage House.
Sorry. They actually called it on Brea Smith.
So her first. Coverage also brought to you by Northeast Missouri Title Company, RE/MAX Realty agent Alicia Koenig, and One Multi-Sports Complex.
That free throw shot is good and back to a 10-point lead for Montgomery.
And here's Akers with it for the Hawks in a 10-point game. To Bruni. Trying to find some room. Pass was tipped out of bounds. Tried to get it down to Logan Hall.
Hall was wide open on that block, and she was already moving towards the basket. If they could have hit her in stride, she'd have had a clear shot straight to the basket.
4:57 to play here in the first half. Inbound comes all the way out to Bruni. Near side for Akers. Here's Lockhart from behind the free throw line, and good. Nice looking jumper there for Kerrigan Lockhart.
Brings it within 8. Now Clopton works on a little bit of that trap situation.
Baseline opens up. They tried to go through Hall with a pass. Ball still loose and picked up by Montgomery. Cross the lane this time, too high off the glass, and Brea Smith comes away with the loose ball for the Hawks.
Smith, just a freshman, has had a big impact for the Lady Hawks, and there's another turnover.
Yeah, her pass was tipped and taken away by Montgomery County. And here's Sam Quatham with it. Works around Logan Hall. Scooper's no good. Rebound goes to the floor. Now a near side shot is a little bit long, and Logan Hall gets the rebound, but she's in trouble. Gets it to Akers on a nice pass on the defensive baseline. Trying to find Brea Smith's way to the net, and she is fouled. No, a tie-up called from the far side.
Jump ball again. Sam Quatham runs in, tries to help up Smith as she hits the ground.
Just out-muscles the freshman that time, but good job not just relinquishing the ball. 26-18 is the Montgomery lead. Here's Bailey Fisher with it to the near side for Malia Rogers. Rogers back to between the circles to the near side now for Hannah Broniak. They go baseline, and it's going to go off Logan Hall out of bounds away from Fisher.
Clopton has gone to a 1-2-2 zone defense here in the second half of the second quarter.
They get the ball into Fisher. Garrett came back in the ball game. Quatham for 3 is short, and the rebound pulled down by Madeline Bruni. Bruni into the front court, gets it to Akers. Akers to the near side for Kerrigan Lockhart. They get it down low. Marge off the glass is good. Garrett with 2 points.
She was their leading scorer on a Wednesday night. It's back to a 6-point game.
Her first 2 points of this ball game. A couple of shoulder fakes through the blocks, and Clopton comes away with the rebound off the miss. Brea's shot is short, and that one goes out of bounds back to Montgomery in a 6-point game.
And really, Smith is just a freshman, as we mentioned. She got a little excited there at that open shot, and it just pushed a little too hard with that left hand.
Back the other way come the Wildcats. Lob pass in for Quatham. She almost traveled. Gives it to the far corner to Meredith Rogers. Now Bailey Fisher with it. Goes baseline. That shot over everything. And on the rebound, one of the Clopton players was pushed from behind. That's going to go on Sam Quatham.
Quatham's first, team's 9th.
26-20, and free throws coming for the Clopton Lady Hawks.
I believe it's from Akers. Taylor.
Final 1-1 for Clopton in this first half. First shot does not earn the second, and the rebound picked up by Fisher for the Wildcats. Gets it Sam Quatham. Bounce pass down low. Kind of a wild shot there, and Clopton comes away with the rebound. Here's Kerrigan Lockhart. 1-on-1, stops, pops, shot good.
Tell you what, she's found her stride today.
Kerrigan with 8 in the quarter. 13 in the game. And here's Broniak with it to Quatham for 3 from the far side. That's a little bit long. Rebound swatted out of bounds. It's going back to Clopton with a chance to pull within 2 or even 1 if they hit a 3.
So Madison Akers returns for Brea Smith. Montgomery again, line change. So they've got 3 new ones in. We'll pick up as we go along.
And Taylor Akers will bring it up the floor for the Clopton Lady Hawks. 2:15 to go in the first half. Stay with us for the Eagle 102 halftime report. After this quarter concludes, to the near side. Now kick it back out. Bruni Back to Akers. Taylor.
And they're really spreading the court.
They work that perimeter right now. Here's Kerrigan Lockhart to Garrett. She comes out of the far corner. Goes through Bruni to Akers. Both Akers out there right now.
I'm not going to lie. I'm trying to figure out the end game. Oh, there's Akers.
Akers cut it a little too fine off the glass. Now fights and gets a rebound back. And what do we have? A timeout taken by Clopton. That's what we have with 1:29 to play in the first half. 26-22. Montgomery's lead down to 4 on Eagle 102.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicky Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
26-22 is the Montgomery County lead over the Clopton Lady Hawks in this ladies' third place game from the 2020 Montgomery County Invitational. It's been a interesting week here at the tournament. Some good basketball. Unfortunately, some teams had to withdraw due to the COVID issues. We talked to Adam Falloon before the Clopton boys game about all the changes and how they came up with that round robin for the boys' consolation side of the bracket, a round robin that Clopton ended up winning by 1 point over the Hermann Bearcats. So congratulations again to Coach Tony Francis and his Clopton Hawks. Now the Lady Hawks looking for third place in this tournament. They trail here late in the second quarter by 4. Here's Taylor Akers with it. Bounces off of Broniak, gets it down to Kerrigan Lockhart. Lockhart off the glass, gets it to roll down. 2-point game.
Minute 17 to go, and they're going to have to stop this. Whoa.
There's a travel. No. They're going to call a foul on Akers, and that's her third.
No.
Nope. They gave it to Kerrigan Lockhart, her first. I missed that contact.
Yeah, you and me both. And
it must have been she zigged on Akers, zagged on Lockhart, but can't hit the free throw.
She's 1 for 3 so far. She'll get a second, and we've got I had to get a sub as we've got a nosebleed.
Yeah, that was Bailey Fisher that just had to run to the locker room for repairs, and there is blood on the floor, I believe.
Yeah, they're going to check it real quick, make sure, and as what they do that, and again, those things happen. Some people we know get nosebleeds pretty easy, don't we, Ethan? Yes, he's
and it's even more concerning in this time. I don't know if you can,
we don't really know. Let's be honest.
If there's contact with blood, or I know, saliva. Yeah. I'm sure. I guess it would be in the blood too, but anyway, they couldn't find any, so we're all good. But she'll have to stop that before she can return.
Yeah, Finke back at the free throw line for her second.
Minute 14 to go in the half. 26-24, make it 27-24. She hits the back half. So Finke makes it a 3-point game, 27-24. Here's Kerrigan Lockhart. She bounces off a defender and loses the ball. Back the other way. Here comes Finke again. Her shot off the glass is good, just like that.
Back to a 5-point lead. It's under a minute to go here in the half.
Here's Lockhart. To Bruni. Kicks it far side. Pass tipped to Madison Akers. Now to Taylor Akers. Down to 43 seconds to go in the half. And Taylor backs all the way out. Crossover. Trying to find some room down the lane. Gets it off the glass to Marge Garrett, who puts it in. She's got 4 in the second quarter. Back the other way, Broniak back up top. Here's a long 3. That one's too long. Rebound, though, picked up by Montgomery, and they'll reset the offense. Here's Broniak for 3. That's off the mark. Another rebound taken away by Montgomery, down to 14 seconds. Pass knocked away. Montgomery still keeps possession. Here's another 3. That's short. And this time the rebound pulled down by Marge Garrett. We're down to 4 seconds, though. Here's Akers across the line. Down to 1. They couldn't get the pass. Down low to Bruni, went through her arms before she could get a shot off, and Clopton will go to the locker room trailing Montgomery County by 3. 29-26, the Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up for you next on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 halftime report is coming up, brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Bundle at Pike County Mutual Insurance and save. Pike County Mutual offers home auto discounts simply by placing your auto insurance through one of several auto companies that Pike County Farmers Mutual represent, and your home with Pike County Mutual. Ask about the great rates on your personal vehicle, farm trucks, big or small, or even your motorcycle and side-by-sides. Stop by and see myself, Corey Buchanan, Buddy Bibb, or Kathy Gam at your hometown insurance company since 1895. Come home, insure with Pike County Mutual Insurance on the square in Bowling Green. You'll be glad you did.
The Mercantile Bank of Louisiana is introducing MERPK Mobile, mobile banking with remote deposit capture. Any customer with online banking can now access your Mercantile bank accounts from any device, including your smartphone and tablet, everywhere you go. With the ability to take a picture of your check and deposit it into your Mercantile bank account, you'll never have to worry about getting to the bank. Find more information by visiting mercbk.com. The Mercantile Bank, where they've been serving the Louisiana area for more than 100 years, located on the corner of 3rd and Georgia Streets in downtown Louisiana. Member FDIC.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
It's now time for the Eagle 102 halftime report on KJFM, sponsored by Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green.
I think the Clopton Lady Hawks have to be pretty happy where they're at against the number 2 seed Montgomery County Wildcats through 2 quarters. They're within striking distance. They've made some runs. I think the defense has been pretty good. Whenever Montgomery's shifted, they were doing the baseline thing for a while. They were doing the three-point thing for a while. But Clopton has always come up with an answer, and it hasn't been extended runs so far for the Montgomery County Lady Wildcats through 2 quarters, and it's a 3-point game, 29-26.
Well, I think probably the problem that Coach Street, Coach Alejandro are looking at is the fact that Clopton is not doing well from the free throw line. They are 2 for 8. So, give them those 6 points, and guess who's in the lead?
Exactly. But great first half for Kerrigan Lockard. 15 points through the first 2 quarters and has been a driving force. And they've spread it around a little bit after that. You got the pesky freshman out there. Brea Smith has put in some good minutes both feeding the ball and defensively. And I think this Clopton team is coming together, and right now are taking a pretty good step forward against a very good number 2 seed in this tournament, Montgomery County. 29-26 through 2 quarters. We'll take a break, come back with first half scoring after this for you on Eagle 102.
Hair care for the entire family. That's what's available at PJ's Salon in Louisiana. Everyone is welcome, men, women, boys, and girls. PJ's can help make everyone look their best. Walk-ins are welcome, and evening hours can be made by appointment. PJ's Salon is your fall senior hair salon, from hair, tanning, and nails to pedicures, waxing, and supplies. Call or stop in. PJ's Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana. Best wishes to all the area sports teams this year from the friendly folks at PJ's Salon.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Ingram Plumbing has always been known for its outstanding plumbing service. But did you know that Ingram's is also the largest retail plumbing supply store in the area? We carry Delta faucets, a complete line of Whirlpool tubs and showers, jacuzzi pumps, and many other specialty items. At Ingram Plumbing, we're ready to meet all your plumbing needs. I should know. I'm Bonnie Ingram, and I've worked there for over 50 years. Stop by Ingram Plumbing today, Highway 61, Bowling Green.
Farmers, the crew at Mike's Tire and Service Center is here to serve you. They know the hours you put in, definitely not your typical 8 to 5, which makes it difficult to get that equipment in for service. Therefore, they offer on-the-farm tire repair. Call Mike's Tire and Service Center and they'll be happy to work with you to get you back to operation as usual. Hi folks, my name is Cody Kirkendall, Mike's Tire and Service Center, located on Business Highway 61 in Bowling Green. Mike's Tire and Service Center proudly supports all area farmers.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
First half scoring between Montgomery and Clopton. First for the Wildcats, 2 points for Bailey Fisher, 3 points for Carson Flake, 7 each for Renee Finke and Hannah Broniak, 10 points for Sam Quatham in the first half of this ball game. Montgomery had 16 points as a team in the first quarter, 13 in the second quarter. For Clopton, they've got 2 points each for Madeline Bruni and Brea Smith, 3 points for Taylor Akers, 4 for Mary Margaret Garrett, and 15 for Kerrigan Lockard. The Hawks scored 10 in the first quarter, 16 in the second quarter to pull this to a 3-point game at the half. And you mentioned Clopton's struggles from the free throw line. They're a very good second half shooting team from the free throw line. It seems like they always take a while to get warmed up in that spot, though.
Well, it does a little bit, but I know that's something that Coach Street has prided her, been proud of her team for. They have been known to be free throw shooters for quite a while now, and coming out cold like that. I mean, why? It's not the worst thing ever. 2 for 8 is not something they're going to be very proud of. At least they, for the most part, the teams took care of the basketball, but Clopton's probably in the locker room trying to figure out an answer for Sam Quatham.
Yeah, that's been the biggest mismatch so far, and I think she's very easy to foul. So I think they've kind of given her an extra point, saying kind of thinking if we can shut down Broniak and the Finkies, then maybe Quatham will get her points, but we'll still be right in it at the end. She plays to contact so well and lives on 3-point plays.
Well,
just get away from her.
Well, pretty much. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of teams trying to figure out Sam Quatham. Let me be honest with you. She's just an athlete all the way around. We saw her in softball. She was the catcher for the Lady Wildcats. But on the other end of things, right now Montgomery County is going to be looking for an answer to shutting down Kerrigan Lockard. Kerrigan Lockard, who didn't have a single field goal on Wednesday night, is now leading the team here tonight. So she's making up for some lost time there. So both teams have challenges ahead of them, and really they kind of lie within a single player, because if you shut those down, then who's going to step up and take their place, because somebody's going to.
Yeah. That's our scoring through 2 quarters. We'll take a break, come back with second half action after this. It's Montgomery County 29 and the Clopton Lady Hawks 26 as they battle for the third place trophy at this Montgomery County Invitational on Eagle 102.
The area's home improvement and rental equipment headquarters is LaCrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green. Check out great rates on rental equipment and save lots of money. LaCrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green carries a large inventory of equipment to make that tough job easier for the do-it-yourselfer. All your building supplies plus blueprint service available, and ask about free delivery. The oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. LaCrosse Lumber Company, 1014 West Adams in Bowling Green. Phone 324-5431.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs and stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
It's a great time to buy or sell a home. I'm Vicki Cadwalder, and I take pride in offering skills that make the process go smoothly from beginning to end. Even after closing, I enjoy staying in touch and being there to help you if you have any other needs or questions. During the process, I'll work closely with your lender and other professionals to make it as effortless as possible. I'm here with you every step of the way, so when you're ready to buy or sell, call me and we'll create a personalized plan just for you. Vicki Cadwalder Real Estate, loving our small town life.
Hello everyone, this is Mark Gooden from Community State Bank of Missouri in Bowling Green and Troy. On behalf of the officers, directors, and staff, we would like to extend our holiday greetings. May the warmth and cheer of the holiday season keep you and your loved ones safe and healthy. We sincerely appreciate your business and look forward to serving you in the new year. Merry Christmas from Community State Bank of Missouri, your hometown bank since 1887. Member FDIC.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
Was that one of those stubborn Falloon kids that wouldn't get off the floor there for a second?
That is, but let's be honest. Let's look at his parents.
Yeah.
They love these courts and the fields and the diamonds and everything else. They just want to be part of it. They're just carrying on tradition that also happens to be Sam Quathan's cousin. So
there you go.
Tells you a lot.
29-26 as we head to the second half of this ball game. Clopton down by 3 to the hosts of this tournament, the Montgomery County Wildcats. Third place game of the Montgomery Invitational. And Clopton will get the ball first to start the second half. Brea Smith to trigger the inbound, gets it to Taylor Akers in the backcourt. One-on-one pressure against Renee Finke. She comes across the line, gets it to Kerrigan Lockard, who finished the first half with 15. Kerrigan cut off from the basket, gives it back to Akers. Yeah, Smith cutting, now goes back the other way.
Wonder if we're going to see a slower pace second half.
Pass from Bruni to Smith was rejected. Now she gets it there. And here's Brea in the near side corner. She dribbles out, hands it back to Taylor Akers, who whips that ponytail around and takes it to the far side. Comes back near side now. Drops it in to Marge Garrett. Garrett puts it on the floor. Shot off the glass, no good. Got her own rebound. Put back too hard. Another one for Marge. And she's finally fouled and will head to the line. Fouls on Sam Quatham, her second.
And I have to laugh because, we laugh at all the coaches just because they get so excited. And Joe Basinger is no exception.
He's about losing his mind today. And the first shot is good for Garrett, and it's a 2-point game.
Mark, we had the privilege of covering Joe when he was in high school as well. He was an exciting basketball player, an exciting coach, and I have to admit I'm glad he's local.
And the second shot is good as well. And it's a 29-28 score with Clopton down by 1. Back up top with it to the near side, Sam Quatham.
Clopton staying in their 2-3 zone defense.
Back to the top now for Renee Finke. Finke over to the far side for Carson Flake. Flake drops it in. They kick it back out. The three were just not available right now. Here's Fisher coming out of the corner with it for Carson Flake. Flake gave up her dribble, now gives up the ball to Sam Quatham. Quatham to the near side for number 11, Renee Finke. Back for Fisher. She forces a shot up between two players. Put back, though, is good. That's Taylor Flake on the score.
Her first 2 points of the night. Back to a 3-point lead as we're just getting started here in the second half.
6.5 minutes to go. Here's Akers with it. What a ball handler. To the near side for Madeline Bruni. Bruni. Good spin move. Finds her way to the hoop and scores.
I tell you what, and that was just heads up by Bruni. She knew that the defender had overshot to one direction. She spun, went in, and laid it up off the glass.
That shot no good at the other end. Brea Smith the rebound for the Hawks. And here comes Clopton. To the hoop. The scoop where Bruni's no good. No foul called. And back the other way comes Taylor Flake. Flake on the run for the Wildcats. To the free throw line for Fisher. That one no good. Rebound tipped up in the air. And I think Sam got away with a little bit of a hook of the arm there and gets the rebound. Her shot's blocked, but it goes right to a teammate in Carson Flake. Now Fisher from inside three. Hits the jumper.
We have an animated Coach Street on the other side now.
Back the other way and almost a steal. They work it down. Garrett has it go to the floor. It's tied up momentarily. Now here's a long two, and that's good. Two more for Kerrigan Lockard. She's got 17, and it's back to a 1-point deficit for the Hawks. 33-32 with 5:10 to go in the third quarter. What a ball game here for third place in this tournament. Renee Finke with it to the near side for Sam Quatham. Quatham holds it high, now gives it off for Carson Flake. Flake to the far side, even further for Renee Finke, and the shot from the baseline is too long. And the rebound this time grabbed by Madeline Bruni. It's knocked away from her, and they say the last touch was by Bruni.
Quatham's going to come off the bench. I tell you what, if they could get Quatham in a condition to where she can go all four quarters without coming off the court, they're going to be even more dangerous than what they are right now.
Back up top for Malia Rogers. Rogers to the near side corner. Here's a three. It's long, and the rebound knocked over to Bruni, but taken back by Montgomery. They're just strong on the ball right now.
They are, and they have a slight height advantage, especially when the shorter guards get down underneath the basket for Clopton to try to rebound.
Near side, here's another three. That one's good. Rattled around for Taylor Flake. She's got 5 in the corner.
And brings it back to a 4-point lead for Montgomery County with 4:20 to go in the third.
Here's Akers. Drops it off. Garrett had that shot partially blocked. Got another rebound. They'll come out the other way with it and reset the offense. Here's Akers. Tries to go to the hoop. No, but a foul will send Taylor to the line for the second time in this ball game.
And really, that's what when Akers, Smith, Bruni, and even Madison Akers gets in when they try to drive there, they're really trying to draw the foul more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes, it's a plus, but if it doesn't, they want to go to the free throw line and get some of those players on the bench early.
Like Malia Rogers, who just picked up her 3rd personal. Akers shot good. 3-point game.
That's a second team foul here in the half for Montgomery County.
And at the line is Akers. One more shot to try and cut it to a 2-point deficit. And this one is good as well. 36-34.
Someone's going to have big shoes to fill when Taylor Akers graduates in May. A 3-2 zone defense from the Hawks.
Top of the key with it. To the near side now for Rogers. She almost traveled, was blocked back by Marge Garrett. And now Akers is blocked. Got a loose ball back, though. That shot in and out, no good by Bruni. And here come the Wildcats on the run. That shot no good, but a foul going to be whistled against Bruni.
Bruni was trying to run step for step, but she couldn't get there and get her position established before they took it to the hole.
36-34, and at the line will be number 5, Carson Flake, the 5'8 sophomore. Wholesale changes again coming for the Wildcats after this first shot. Drops in to make it a 3-point game.
Tell you what, this is a good third-place game, Mark. Austin Logan Hall returns to the game for Mary Margaret Garrett.
3:38 to play in the third, 37-34, and the second shot good as well. High arcing free throw shooter is the sophomore Flake. 4-point game. Here's Kerrigan Lockard. Trying to drop it down to Logan Hall, and it's intercepted by Quatham. Here comes Sam back the other way for the Wildcats. That shot is off the glass and good for Renee Finke. She's got 9 and a timeout taken by the Hawks. 40-34. Montgomery's opened things up a little bit. A 6-point lead here in the third quarter on Eagle 102.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
40-34 is the Montgomery County lead over Clopton in this ladies' third place game at the Montgomery County Invitational. Just over 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. The Hawks had it within 1.
They did.
Then Montgomery put a little run together.
Well, I'll tell you what, Mark, we knew coming into this game, Montgomery knew, Clopton knew, the fans knew that this was going to be a tough matchup on both sides of the ball. And right now it's just Clopton's trying to find some rhythm, and really I think the key is coming down to the 3, I call it the line change, that Montgomery's able to rotate in and out, and Clopton just doesn't have that much depth.
Brea Smith to trigger the inbound after the timeout, and she gets it to Taylor Akers. 3-man pressure, and now a foul going to be whistled against, is it Quatham or?
I believe it's going to be, yep. There you go, and that's 3 for her.
And Coach Basinger beside himself.
Well.
Has to go all the way to the end of the bench
After
get
he
himself
already yelled
under
that.
control, and now what do we have?
They're going to call a foul on Kerrigan Lockhart. No.
It's going to be on
Bruni.
Madeline Bruni, her third. Must have been a little action on that pick.
I think they called a little push off there. And
so back the other way comes Montgomery. Near side with it is Broniak. Now far side for Finke. That's Renee. Ball gets away, and it's stolen by Akers. To Brea Smith. The shot wasn't there for her, and she'll kick it back to Kerrigan Lockhart. Ball fake. Drives lane. Hands it off to Logan Hall. She goes high off the glass.
And I tell you what, that was a nice assist in there by Lockhart to find Hall. Seeing that Hall had the space, Hall was able to put it up off the glass, and now we've got a long three-point shot on the way.
Broniak, no good. Logan Hall, the rebound. They get it ahead to Bruni. Back to Akers. She'll try the three. It's offline. And the rebound this time pulled down by Renee Finke for the Wildcats. Long pass ahead into the offensive end. Now to Carson Flake. Back up top. That's a walk. That's not a three. She started well beyond the arc. And Malia Rogers ends up getting a two.
Yeah, she took a big step.
Her first 2 points of the night. Hall off the glass the other way, bounces one home.
And again, another nice look in there from Kerrigan Lockhart as she looked like she was headed to the glass and kicked it over.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter, 42-38.
1-2-2 zone defense from the Hawks.
Good ball fake. Buys a little bit of time for Flake. Now they go far side. Here's Finke. That's Renee. Well offline, and the rebound goes out of bounds off of Taylor Akers. Coach Street is
she's
vocal.
She's between her and Basinger. I'm not sure which one is losing their mind the quickest with their players not following the directions that they're giving.
In real time.
Yeah.
Near side with it. Here's a three off the inbound. That's well off the mark. Rebound, though, Fisher. Her shot short off the front iron and grabbed by Kerrigan Lockhart. She's going to slow things up here with 1:35 to go in the third. Now change pace. Find the baseline, kick it back out to Akers. Ball fake, center of the lane. Kick it off. That shot goes over everything. And Marge Garrett just stepped on somebody's foot and twisted an ankle. She's
Look at her
making
running
her way
off,
back
though.
up the floor, though. That shot, short. Lockhart the rebound.
She's
Gave up
in
her
trouble.
dribble. Yeah, gave it to Bruni. 1:11 to go to Akers in the front court.
And Madison Akers was right there for Kerrigan to get the shot to. Now a three-pointer from Lockhart's no good, and she's not following her shot.
And going to pick up her second foul with 1:02 to play in quarter number 3. And that was like you said, she watched things a little bit and then tried at the last second to get back in position and just bumped the Montgomery player from behind.
Still a 4-point game here, 42-38. Wildcats on tap, a minute to go here in the third.
Back the other way, here's Hannah Broniak to Bailey Fisher, lob pass, turnaround shot, and well after the shot, we've got a whistle, and they're going to say it is in the process of shooting.
Yep, and it's going to go against Lockhart. That'll be her third.
And that's a late whistle. It's going to be on Kerrigan Lockhart. They got tangled up well after the shot.
Yeah.
To the line for 2 shots, Taylor Flake.
Taylor Flake will go to the line. And the first shot is good.
She'll get the second. So Logan Hall's going to come in for Lockhart.
43-38. And the shot is good as well. A couple of free points there for Montgomery County. Here's Akers back the other way. Ball fake and then was blocked out of bounds. Ends up on the stage with 44.4 seconds to go. Lockhart going to come back in for the offensive possession.
She's going to come in from Madison Akers. They gave her a little bit of a breather there. 6-point lead for Montgomery.
She gets it in to Marge Garrett. Now back up top for Taylor Akers. Akers, lob pass for Kerrigan Lockhart. Lockhart, ball fake on Fisher. Finds her way to the hoop. Can't hit the shot off the glass. It's saved back in, but right to Akers. Akers, near side, Kerrigan Lockhart. She drives center of the lane. A little leaner there and puts it in.
Give her 4 here in the half. Give her 19 on the afternoon.
20 seconds to go in the third quarter of the third place game. Here's Broniak, she almost Voigtlocked the three-point attempt, and Marge Garrett with the rebound for the Hawks. Down to 11 seconds. Good crossover to get away from traffic. Gives it to Kerrigan Lockhart. Lockhart from the high block. Shot off the glass. Sits and goes in. It sat on the back iron there on the ledge for a good second and a half and falls in to end the third quarter. 44-42. Clopton down by 2 to Montgomery as we head to the fourth on Eagle 102.
Lynn's Heritage House in Louisiana offers affordable, home-like senior living, enabling your loved one the independence that they want and the services that they need. Staffed 24 hours a day with low resident-to-staff ratio, rest assured Lynn's Heritage House provides peace of mind for you and those you love. So if you or someone you know is ready for a retirement home or need care from a hospital stay or surgery, call Lynn's Heritage House to set up a tour and visit soon. Phone 754-4020 or visit 800 Kelly Lane in Louisiana.
As many as 50% of people don't take their medication as prescribed. Some never even fill their prescription, even if they don't feel well. Missing or not taking medication can be deadly. For questions about medication, your local Health Mart pharmacy is here to help. For fast, friendly service and affordable prices every day, visit your local Health Mart pharmacy, Bowling Green Pharmacy, located right on the square at 8 North Court in Bowling Green.
Bringing you all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth, sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Heading to the fourth quarter here in this third place game between Montgomery and Clopton.
Tell you what, Mark, that ball that just sat there, I think that every Clopton Hawk was sitting there trying to blow the ball in.
Yeah.
He did. I don't know that I've ever seen one sit there that long.
No. It almost settled there, and that would have been a first for me.
It would have been for me, too.
You've seen the Voigtlock, but you've never seen one just sit
there
on the back iron like that. Montgomery ball to start the fourth quarter, up by 2. Here's Bailey Fisher, kicks it back for Sam Quatham. Sam, one dribble to the near side now for number 11, Renee Finke. Finke forces up a shot, and the long rebound goes out of bounds. It's going to stay with Montgomery.
And I say it's touched by one of the Lady Hawks. Taylor Akers tried to track it down, but couldn't quite get there. She was close, though.
44-42 Montgomery. Get it into Quatham in the far corner, now back up top. Back to Sam. Perimeter defense, and that pass is tipped out of bounds. Good work by Madeline Bruni.
Tell you what, Bruni has really, the few games that I've seen her in this year, she's really stepping up and filling that void a little bit there that the Hawks lost from Caitlin Kuntz. And I think she's just going to get better as the season goes along.
Work it in, shot off the glass, and that's good for Taylor Flake to make it a 4-point game. Flake has 9.
46-42 as we're getting started here in the final quarter.
There's Akers with it. Trying to find a little bit of room. Gets it to Mary Margaret Garrett. Garrett spins a couple of times. Now we'll go to the work down the far side of the lane. Ball was knocked away from her out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Hawks. 54 seconds into this final quarter.
I think he got her hand on the ball as it helped it out of bounds for Montgomery, and so now Akers will inbound it along the baseline.
Near side, Kerrigan Lockhart back up top for Madeline Bruni. Bruni gets it back to Taylor Akers, back to Bruni again. Ball fake. Still has it out at the top, and we'll hand it off to Taylor Akers. She'll go between the circles to the far side.
And they're going to spread this floor again. We watched them do this in the first half.
Garrett with it, holds it high, hands it off to Kerrigan Lockhart. Lockhart to the hoop. No, can't get the runner. But Marge gets the rebound and is fouled on her way back up.
And she's going to go to the charity stripe again. She's going to get 2 shots.
She's 1 for 2 from that spot tonight.
And they're going to call that on Bailey Fisher. That'll be her 3rd, team's 4th here in the half.
So the fouls have really slowed down. There was a lot of them in the first half.
Yes, there was.
That one a little long from Mary Margaret Garrett.
She'll get a second. Again, it's a 4-point game here, 6:41 to go here in the basketball game, 46-42.
And the second shot is up and good. Hit the back iron, rolled across and down. 6 points for Marge Garrett. And back the other way quickly, here's Quatham. Has trouble with it. Ball goes to the floor. It's tied up, and that's going to be
jump ball, and it should favor Clopton.
Yep. Arrow favors the Hawks with 6:32 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Turnovers have slowed down here in the second half as well.
Here's Akers. Good crossover. Another one to get across the line. And she'll slow it up, working against Renee Finke. To Bruni. Bruni, good spin move. Goes to the hoop, can't hit that shot. Ball bounced around and is finally picked up by Bailey Fisher. Fisher, where's number 30, coming back through 4 Hawks to the hoop and scores.
And really, they kind of almost opened a lane for her, which obviously was not intended. But watching fouls here in the fourth quarter as well.
Here's Kerrigan Lockard, who is playing with 3 fouls. Goes to the free throw line, back to Taylor Akers now. Akers drops it off. Here's Bruni for 3. That's good.
Money from
Madeline Bruni. Makes it a 2-point game. She's got 7. To the near side now for Sam Quatham. And that pass out of the reach of number 24, Taylor Flake.
Oh, they're going to say it was touched by.
There is no way.
Yep, they're going to say it was tipped by the Hawks.
Long pass in, gets it to Taylor Flake. Near side, here's a 3. That's off the mark. Fisher can't get the rebound, but her teammate does, but it's out of bounds. That was Carson Flake stepping on the baseline. And that might be the little makeup call there.
It might have been.
5:31 to play here in regulation, 48-46. Here's Akers. Taylor. I love the way she's able to weave through traffic.
I do too. And really, to be honest with you, part of it's because she's so short that when they raise their arms up, she just goes right underneath of them.
Well, she can go forward and backward about as quick as anybody. And now Smith loses it off her hip out of bounds.
That's only the second turnover here in the half for Clopton, who had 8 in the first.
More changes as a new line jumps over the boards for Montgomery. Hockey reference.
Yeah.
5:08 to go. 2-point game. Montgomery with it, and that's Malia Rogers over to the far side now for Carson Flake. Near side. Working to the middle of the lane. They're going to call a foul on Akers. That's her second.
Second, fourth for the Hawks. Oh, they're saying that's their 5th.
That's right. 4:55 to play here in regulation. Pass comes all the way out top. Jump shot is good for Taylor Flake. She just posted herself up there and
she was at
put
that
in
elbow.
the 18-footer.
And Kerrigan Locker is going to be fouled.
Yeah, by Flake.
That's her first.
Yeah. 4-point game, 50-46. Montgomery leading Clopton. Both teams with 5 fouls here in the second half. Smith through to Kerrigan Lockard. Kerrigan off the nice feet from Akers.
Akers with the nice assist there. Back to a 2-point game. Here's we're about 4.5 to go in the ball game.
Ooh, almost a travel.
Yeah, she got rid of it quickly.
Blake now gets it to Broniak, and it's knocked away from her, and she got one more finger on it, and it's going to be turned over back to the Hawks. Chance to tie or take the lead with a 3.
Full court pressure, man-to-man defense from Montgomery County.
Smith to inbound.
Taylor Akers running circles, literally.
Around the competition. Here's Taylor with the ball. Good crossover, good spin move. Hands it off to Brea. Smith over to the far side for Kerrigan Lockard. She scores and is fouled. We're tied.
Count the bucket and the foul. She's headed to charity stripe. Give the Hawks the lead possibly again for the first time since no, they've never had the lead.
No, they have never been ahead in this ball game. The foul was the second on Taylor Flake. And here's Kerrigan.
But again, we talked about in the boys' game, really patience is probably what's going to be key for the Hawks this year, and not letting those first half deficits or even into the third quarter bring you down. If you just keep playing your game, by the end you could be where you're looking at. Boys won by 1 today.
And she's got 26 points. Hits the free throw, Clopton ahead by a point. Over to the far side. 4 minutes to go. The final score of that boys game was 52-51. This one's 51-50, and we still have 4 minutes left. Near side. Here's Broniak. That little runner was cut too fine. Ball knocked away from Garrett, but right to Kerrigan Locker. Long pass ahead to Brea Smith. Smith has trouble with it, but it's bailed out by Bruni. Here's Akers for three. No. Rebound comes all the way out to Kerrigan Lockard on the far side. Akers, another three-point try. That one's good.
She drains it.
Taylor Akers with a tray. She's got 8, and Clopton ahead by 4. Near side with it is Broniak. Skips it across to the far side now for Renee Finke. Her shot no good. Rebound tipped by Garrett to Lockard. She's in trouble, but Clopton will get it to Akers. Down to 3:05 to play. Taylor Akers kicks it back up top for Kerrigan Lockard.
Now everybody's slowing it down because everybody needs a breather.
And Clopton would love to kill a little bit of clock here.
And they're good at it.
Down to 2:52. They come out to get Akers, so the count goes on, and a timeout taken by the Hawks with 2:47 to play. Clopton leading Montgomery County 54-50. Fourth quarter action from the third place game at this Montgomery County Invitational on Eagle 102.
Northeast Missouri Title Company is proud to serve Louisiana and the surrounding areas. They also believe, much like the area athletes, hard work and dedication are what lead to a winning team. Northeast Missouri Title Company wishes all area athletes the very best this season and hopes to see everyone out supporting their favorite teams with excitement and good sportsmanship. Northeast Missouri Title Company at 4th and Georgia Streets in Louisiana.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Community State Bank of Missouri, Family Drug, and Pike County Health Department, Home Health and Hospice.
54-50, Clopton ahead here with 2:47 to go in regulation. Clopton with the ball after the timeout. The Hawks with one timeout remaining. Montgomery has all of theirs. With it is Akers. Looking to kill some clock here with a 4-point lead. Begging to be fouled. Going side to side. Finds her way and kills about 20 more seconds. But now she loses the ball, but Bruni gets it back. Back to Taylor Akers. 2:20 to go in regulation. Taylor Akers into a double team and dribbles out of bounds. Turnover gives it back to
Montgomery. I tell you what, they were doing a really good job there of killing that clock.
More substitutions.
And Montgomery, tell you what, hats off to them. They were doing a good job of holding on and not fouling just to stop the clock and send them to the line.
2:10 to go. Here's Sam Quatham. Backs it up for Carson Flake. They drop it down low, and Kerrigan Lockard going to pick up her fourth personal.
And that is the 16th foul this half for Clopton, so everybody's shooting from here on out.
After this, so the next foul will be 1-and-1s for either side. Quatham to inbound, gets it, turnaround shot, that's no good. And on the rebound, a lot of contact, no calls. Probably a good thing. Here's Akers crossing the line with it down to a minute 54. Still a 4-point lead for Clopton, and there's the foul.
There it is, and it's going to come, I believe, on Finke.
Renee, her third, with a minute 51 to play. 54-50, a 1-and-1 for Taylor Akers. She's 2 of 3 from the foul line tonight. Lockard and the freshman Smith have a conversation. That one's long, but the rebound picked up by Bruni. Back to Akers. They're going to be able to kill some more clock, and Coach Basinger is a different shade of red now. Another foul, and this one's going to send Akers back to the line. And that was the third on Carson Flake. This time, she's long with it again. And the rebound pulled down by Renee Finke. Finke back to the near side, pass tipped and stolen by Marge Garrett to Kerrigan Lockard. She'll come across the line with it. Good cross. And finds Akers to kill some clock. Minute 28 to go. She's trapped. Comes out of it. finds some room, drops it down low. Smith can't hit, and the rebound pulled away by Bruni again. Madeline has been a savior here in the final 2 minutes. And what do we have? A timeout taken by the Hawks. That's their final timeout with 1:11 to go in regulation. It's Clopton 54, Montgomery County 50 on Eagle 102.
Need a little good news in your life? Well, here's the deal. State Farm has new, lower car insurance rates in Missouri, so you can now get the service and convenience of State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock at an even better price. That's right, State Farm can help you save more cash and get the good neighbor service you deserve. It's the real deal for car insurance. I'm State Farm agent Cindy Blaylock, and I'm ready to help you save. Call me today at 573-754-5575 or visit us in Louisiana, just a block up from the river. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Pike County Mutual Insurance, Browns Processing, and Bank of Louisiana.
54-50, Clopton leading Montgomery County here in the third place game of the Montgomery County Invitational. The Hawks boys team won Consolation earlier with a 1-point win over the Hermann Bearcats.
My assumption is that Clopton girls would like to win by more than one.
They would.
However, a 1-point win is a win.
They would love to win 54-50, actually. They would love to kill this final minute 11 and not even have to put in another 2 points. And they go into the backcourt. Here's Akers with it. They'll take more points. To Kerrigan Lockard, back to Taylor Akers, down to a minute 5. Akers, good crossover work. And she'll pull back. Bruni needs to give her some help. It's knocked into the backcourt, and she didn't go for it. And who's going to pick up the foul? It's going to be against
Montgomery.
And Akers, I think, got her face rolled over, and she's in some discomfort on the floor for the Clopton Hawks. 54.5 seconds to go.
They called that on Taylor Akers. They called it on Akers. I think she's probably trying to catch her breath a little bit, too, as landed on her kind of hard, and she was already on the court, so she's going to walk it off.
She'll go into the corner. It's going to be a 1-and-1. That is they say the fourth foul on Akers.
Yep. I had it as actually her third. But
that's what I had also. That's interesting. So 1-and-1 for Broniak. She misses the first, and the rebound pulled down by Kerrigan Lockard. 50 seconds to go in this third place game, and a foul going to be whistled against number 24. That's Taylor Flake, her third.
Send Lockard to the free throw line, which Taylor Akers is happy for. Give her a couple extra minutes to catch her breath still.
So Kerrigan at the line. She's only been there once and completed a three-point play. 49.3 seconds to go. She can't hit the front half, and the rebound is pulled down by Taylor Flake. They're going to have to hurry. Now in the final 43 seconds, little floater is good. That was Renee Finke, and they take a timeout. It is a full timeout, 54-52. Clopton leading here in the fourth. They'll get the ball back with 41 seconds to go when we come back on KJFM.
Buying a home can be scary, but not with RE/MAX Realty. Whether you're looking to sell or to buy a home, commercial property, investment property, or land in Pike County and the surrounding area, the RE/MAX Realty Shop is here to help. When you or someone you know wants a passionate advocate to share the home buying experience with, call me. We will both be glad you did. I'm Elisha Koenig, RE/MAX agent.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by People's Bank and Trust, County Market in Louisiana, and Bowling Green Insurance.
Got Clopton as 2 of 6 from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. If they hit a couple of more of those, you're at a 2-3 possession game. Now it's down to 2 points after Flake hit that, or Finke rather, hit that last 2-point bucket, and you got 41 seconds to try and hold this 2-point lead.
Well, and Montgomery's going to come out, and they're going to foul Clopton early. Oh, yeah. So when you walk down to that other end, and it's going to be 2 because they have 9 fouls, so it's going to be the 10th foul. You've got to make your free throws. You've got to make them.
Tonight's action all week long, actually, from Montgomery, brought to you by PJ Salon, the Cross Lumber Company in Bowling Green, and Lynn's Heritage House. Also by Northeast Missouri Title Company, Remax Realty agent Alicia Koenig, and One Multi-Sports Complex. Glad they're with us all week here from the Montgomery County Invitational on Eagle 102. Here's Akers to the middle of the lane. She'll kick it out. Kerrigan Locker to the near side for Bruni. And Bruni is fouled. And will shoot 2 free throws with 26.7 seconds to go.
I was going to say, they didn't kill a full 20 seconds, but it was close. And I tell you what, it's nice ball handling by Taylor Akers. You know, we talked about it a few minutes ago, but, boy, she was able to avoid that in the backcourt and then ran down the near sideline all the way down to the baseline and kicked that ball out.
Bruni's first shot's no good. Goodness. So the best they can do now is make it a 3-point lead against a good 3-point shooting team. Bruni's second shot. That one misses. Rebound. Garrett almost had it. Was kind of, her feet were knocked out from under her. And here we go. Down to 18 seconds. And this game is put back. Taken away by Lockard. And she's fouled. How did that not go in? 3 attempts.
Holy cow.
And Lockard going back to the line on the other side. Wow.
She's going to get 2. And they called that one on Renee Finke. That is her 4th.
Missed opportunities for Montgomery County to tie this ball game.
Oh, they're saying that's
is
5. I only had it as her 4th.
They had it on the board. The last one is the 4th. I only had 4 as well.
So that's 2 of them that we both had.
Yeah.
So.
I think they put one of Akers.
I think
early.
they did too. But neither team is really contesting it, so I don't know. Maybe they're like us.
Lockard. First shot's no good. It's a 2-shot
it's
foul.
2 shots, yeah. Yeah, nice heads up, though, by Montgomery to sell it.
Yeah. 12.3, so some time came off the clock as well. And a timeout going to be taken by Montgomery with 12.3 seconds to go. 54-52, Lockard at the line for one more when we come back on Eagle 102.
Your 401k is likely one of your most important assets, but it's only one part of a comprehensive retirement strategy. Edward Jones can help you understand how your retirement assets fit into your entire retirement picture so you can work toward meeting your unique retirement goals. Contact me, Kayla Caldwell, your Edward Jones financial advisor, at 2604 Georgia Street in Louisiana. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by Cellular and Satellite Center, the Mercantile Bank, and Bowling Green Tractor.
Got to hit a free throw here. Here's Kerrigan Lockard at the line. She missed the first before the timeout. Here's the second one. 12.3 seconds to go in this ball game. Clopton up by 2, and she does drain it. 3-point game.
The key is for Clopton not to foul.
And what do we have? Another timeout taken by Montgomery. 8.6 seconds to go.
Let's just
55-52. We will keep it here.
Yeah, we're going to keep it here because, you know, we're all folks excited. I don't know about you folks out there, but we're excited here. It's been a great morning and afternoon already of area high school basketball.
Yes, it has, and we thank our sponsors all this week for providing the coverage on Eagle 102 from the Montgomery County Tournament, including PJ Salon, the Cross Lumber Company in Bowling Green, Lynn's Heritage House, One Multi-Sports Complex, Remax Realty agent Alicia Koenig, and Northeast Missouri Title Company. You can follow the action all season here on Eagle 102 at 102.1 FM on KJFMradio.com, the KJFM radio app, and on your Alexa-enabled device. And if you're watching us on KJFMradio.com, you've seen a pretty good ball game. If you're listening on the radio, you've heard a great ball game as Clopton has come from behind here in the second half to have a 3-point lead on Montgomery County, the 4 leading the 2 for third place in this tournament, which makes sense. The only number in between 4 and 2 is 3. So
yeah.
That's why they're here, right?
That's right. I tell you what, we knew it was going to be a good game. I think both teams have played absolutely outstanding, and really it's not going to What are they doing? I had a thought going over here, but I'm confused because nobody knows where they're taking the ball out. But I think both teams got a good picture of each other today.
Yes, they have, and it should be a pretty good year in girls basketball in the EMO conference. 8.6 seconds to go. 3-point game. Here's Broniak. Here's the three. It's good. Sam Quatham has sent this game to overtime with a 3-point shot right before the buzzer. Time for some bonus basketball in the ladies' third place game. 55 all as we head to overtime on Eagle 102.
With winter weather upon us, remember One Multi-Sports Complex in Bowling Green is your warm, dry place to get your softball and baseball work in. Call Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green to schedule your appointment and inquire about memberships. One Multi-Sports Complex, just off VFW Road in Bowling Green.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Vicki Cadwallader, Real Estate and Perkins Electrical Service.
55 all, and who else but Sam Quatham?
Sam Quatham
delivers the big blow to send this thing to overtime, and she's got 13 points through 2 quarters. Rest of the scoring, 13 for Quatham. Flake with 5 points, 11 points for Renee Finke, but she's out of the ball game, fouled out there in the fourth. 7 points for Hannah Broniak, 2 for Malia Rogers. Now 11 for Taylor Flake, and Bailey Fisher has 6. On the Clopton side, 8 points for Taylor Akers, 6 for Mary Margaret Garrett, 2 for Brea Smith, 7 points for Madeline Bruni, 4 points for Logan Hall, and 27 now for...
I have 22, so
okay.
I don't know, my numbers might be off, though.
Yeah, Kerrigan Lockard, she had 21 going into the fourth quarter. Near side, here's Akers. And she's blocked, and we're coming back the other way. Broniak ahead for Quatham. Quatham to the hoop and score. First 2 points of overtime scored by Quatham. And the Wildcats, 57-55, they're back ahead for the first time in a while. Here's Taylor Akers to the near side. You just think of all those free throws that Clopton couldn't hit in the fourth quarter. Here from the baseline, that's good for Brea Smith. We're tied at 57. She's got 4 points in this contest. Over to the far side now for Broniak. Free throw line extended. And out of bounds, back to the Hawks as Taylor Flake lost control. Big turnover there, 3:17 to play in the first overtime. Akers gets the inbound pass from Smith. And we'll bring it up the floor working against Hannah Broniak. Akers, this is the second straight overtime game for Montgomery County. They lost to Mexico in OT to be relegated to this third place game. Over to the far side, here's Bruni, Madeline. Center of the lane, and she's fouled. We'll head to the line.
All right, free throws, and free throws. Got to make them. And that's going to be Carson Flake's fourth.
So Bruni at the line in a tie game. 2:56 to go in the extra session, and she hits the first.
It's back to a 1 point lead for Clopton, 58-57.
8 points now for Madeline. Second shot is no good. Clopton got the rebound. Lockard came away with it, gets it all the way back to Smith, now to Akers. 2:50 to play in the OT session. Akers hands it off to Madeline Bruni. Bruni comes back out up top with it. Now to Kerrigan Lockard. Lockard hits the 6-footer.
It's a 3 point lead, 60-57, 2.5 to go in OT.
She's got 29, 60-57. They work in the corner. Fisher with it. Lob pass down low. To Flake, back to Fisher. 3-point ball, too long. Rebound taken away by Quatham. She can't hit the shot on the return, and the Hawks come away with it. Marge Garrett with the rebound. They get it to Smith. Off the glass, no good. Rebound. Garrett couldn't get the shot to go. Players hitting the floor, comes out the near side, and Carson Flake takes it away for Montgomery. Watch the fouls.
I like how Kerrigan Lockard's like, I'm staying away.
Fisher hits it, and a timeout taken. She's got 8 points. It's a 1 point game. Clopton leading 60-59 here in overtime of this third place game on Eagle 102.
Cellular and Satellite Center is the only stop you need to make when it comes to satellite providers, offering DirecTV and Dish Network along with antenna installs. Wait, there's more. They also offer several options for internet service with Viasat, HughesNet, and AT&T. Hold on, there's still more. They can also do security system installations, have TVs in stocks, mounts, and cables. Now, a special message from Matthew Niemeyer himself.
If you call an 800 number and they say we will be the local installer, they are wrong.
Contact Matthew at Cellular and Satellite Center in Bowling Green, your local authorized dealer.
Area High School Sports on Eagle 102 is brought to you by State Farm Insurance, Cindy Blaylock, Young Enterprises Incorporated, and Pike County Memorial Hospital.
Clopton ball after the timeout, 60-59 they lead. Here's Akers with it in the backcourt. Has it stolen. And a foul going to be whistled on Akers. And
it's going to be 5.
That is 5 on Akers. And she is out of the ball game, the best ball handler for the Hawks.
I don't know if she, oh no, they're saying that.
I think they put one on the wrong side earlier.
I think you're right, so that's only her 4th.
We saw that happen in the other gym a couple of nights ago, and the first shot is no good, doesn't earn the second. Kerrigan Lockard the rebound, a long rebound, and with it in the backcourt is Bruni. Bruni gets across the line and then loses off her foot. They wanted a timeout. They wouldn't grant it before the turnover. So the turnover gives it back to Montgomery, and Quatham with the ball in the backcourt. 60-59, Clopton leads. To the near side. Here's Carson Flake. Flake back up top. 3, no good. Rebound, Garrett. Gives it off to Kerrigan Lockard. Lockard across the line, 1.5 to go. Give it to Taylor. Taylor starts her dribble, and a foul going to be whistled against Hannah Broniak. That's just her first.
Yeah, that is. Now, again, Akers at the line. Free throws, and free throws. Stop, breathe, in through your nose, out through your mouth.
Yeah. 2 shots here. And the first one rims out, no good. Still a 1-point game. 8 points on the night. She hit 2 of her first 3, has missed now 3 in a row from the free throw line. And this one no good as well, and the rebound goes to Montgomery. Underhand pass, gets it to Quatham. She muscles one into the front court, and that shot no good, but a foul going to be whistled, and a charge. It's a charge against Carson Flake.
And that's 5 for her.
She's done on an offensive foul. And she's replaced by Malia Rogers. Wow. Near side, here's Akers with it. Long pass into the front for Garrett. And through the hands of Bruni.
You know, it was a good thought there by Garrett, but she just went too tall. You know, adrenaline's going. You know, this is a big game. You know, the girls are excited.
1:08 to go, and a timeout taken by Montgomery. 1:06 to go in overtime, 60-59. Clopton leads. Montgomery with the ball when we come back on Eagle 102.
Hair care for the entire family. That's what's available at PJ's Salon in Louisiana. Everyone is welcome. Men, women, boys, and girls. PJ's can help make everyone look their best. Walk-ins are welcome, and evening hours can be made by appointment. PJ's Salon is your fall senior hair salon, from hair, tanning, and nails to pedicures, waxing, and supplies. Call or stop in. PJ's Salon in the Raintree Mall in Louisiana. Best wishes to all the area sports teams this year from the friendly folks at PJ's Salon.
High school sports on KJFM is brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops, Mike's Tire and Service Center, and All Parts.
60-59 is the Clopton lead. Here in overtime number 1.
No, Mark, don't be saying stuff like that.
Overtime number 1.
We're technically still on schedule for the 3 o'clock game from Montgomery County boys, but come on.
1-point lead, and it'll be Montgomery ball as they look to tie or take the lead on this possession. It'll be Broniak to inbound along the far sideline near center court. They get it in. Near side for Bailey Fisher. Fisher gives it to Quatham in the near corner. 1 minute to go. Pass tipped around and out of bounds. It's going to stay with Montgomery.
Kerrigan Lockard's got to be careful back there behind that post player, she's got those 4 fouls. She doesn't want to actually make contact and be sitting on the bench.
Lobs it out to Bailey Fisher. Here's a 3, top of the key. That's no good. Rebound, stuck around for a minute. It's tied up, and who's going to get it? Jump ball favors Montgomery. We're down to 50.2 seconds to go. So now the arrow will favor the Hawks in the final 50.2 seconds. Quatham to inbound. Where's she going to go with it? To the far side. Gets it back. Going baseline. Yeah, get out of the way. And she hits it. 1-point lead for Montgomery. Sam Quatham with now 17 points. Here's Taylor Akers with the Hawks trailing by 1. Near side with it. Down to 30 seconds. Do you play for the final shot here? To the near side?
Personally, I do.
Here's timeout taken by the Hawks. 23.9 seconds to go. We'll keep it here as we draw into the final seconds of this overtime session.
Yeah, the only downside with playing in the last second is if it doesn't fall, it's no good. But at the same time, you don't want to give Montgomery time to go back to the other end of the score. So, really,
yeah, you want to play. Take your shot, work it out to take your shot with about 8 seconds to go. So there is a chance for a rebound if you do miss.
But either way, whew.
Yeah, exactly. Our coverage this week on Eagle 102 from the Montgomery County Invitational, brought to you in part by PJ Salon, the Cross Lumber Company in Bowling Green, by Lynn's Heritage House, Northeast Missouri Title Company, Remax Realty agent Alicia Koenig, and One Multi-Sports Complex. Glad you're with us here on Eagle 102 on a Saturday afternoon. We started off this morning at 11 with a Clopton Hawk victory in the consolation side of the boys bracket over number 7 seed Hermann. It took a comeback to do it, and they win that one 52-51. Here we're in overtime with the Hawks trailing Montgomery in this ladies' third place game by a point, 61-60. 23.9 seconds to go. The Hawks with the ball, and they'll inbound in between their bench and the scorer's table just down below us. They come out top to Kerrigan Locker, 22 on the clock. Here's Kerrigan to the hoop. Yes, Clopton ahead by 1. Kerrigan Locker over 30 points now, 31 to the near side. Bailey Fisher, here's a 3. That one's off the mark. Clopton put back, good. Quatham again, and that's going to be the ball game. The ball got away. They didn't stop the clock. And the time runs out. You can't. That should have been stopped by the officials.
That should have been stopped by the officials, but
and they'll run off.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
Clopton falling in this one in overtime, 63-62. The ball gets away like that, you've got to blow it dead.
Yeah.
We'll come back with the post-game show for you next here on KJFM.
The Eagle 102 post-game show is coming up, brought to you by Abel's Quick Shops.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
Support the Louisiana Bulldogs with the new Bulldog debit card from Bank of Louisiana. This card has all the benefits of a traditional debit card, but every time you use it to make a purchase, Bank of Louisiana will make a donation to the Louisiana School District. A convenient, secure way to pay, all while supporting your local school. Stop by Bank of Louisiana today to get your Bulldog debit card. Bank of Louisiana, member FDIC.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of the community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned pharmacies. There's one right here. Health Mart pharmacists have a personal commitment to their communities because, just like you, they support their community. Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned and hometown proud.
Louisiana is a Health Mart town. Family Drug Health Mart Pharmacy. The right people, the right price, right downtown. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Hear all the action from the Eagle 102 broadcast booth. Sponsored by Family Drug in Louisiana.
Time now for the Eagle 102 post-game show on KJFM. Sponsored by Abel's Quick Shops.
So Clopton falls in overtime, and it's the same character that forced overtime. Sam Quatham forced OT with a 3 and then wins the ball game on a shot with about 4 seconds to go from about 8 foot out to win this by a final of 63-62 over Clopton. A tough loss for the Hawks, but I thought they played a great game. We saw probably the best game in a couple of years from Kerrigan Lockard with 31 points in this one against tough competition. And so some really good signs early in the season here for a great year in girls basketball at the top of the EMO.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm already ready for the rematch.
Exactly.
I mean, that's, again, we talked about in the pregame that, this is for a trophy. Come the regular season game, that's for the EMO conference title. And, last year Montgomery won that title, and Clopton girls weren't overly happy that they lost that title. They kind of had held on to it like Precious holds on to his ring in there. So they're looking for a little revenge there. And I tell you what this game really came down to, Mark, and we've preached it for years, it came down to free throws, and Clopton was not good from the free throw line tonight.
No, not in the fourth quarter or overtime, just 1 of 4 in the OT session. They hit 2 of 8 in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, if I can count high enough, they were 10 for 26 from the charity stripe in the entire game. That's
not going to be good enough, especially when it's a tight ball game like that. So this one goes to Montgomery in overtime, 63-62 over the Clopton Hawks. We'll take a break, come back with final scoring numbers after this on Eagle 102.
The area's home improvement and rental equipment headquarters is Lacrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green. Check out great rates on rental equipment and save lots of money. Lacrosse Lumber Company in Bowling Green carries a large inventory of equipment to make that tough job easier for the do-it-yourselfer. All your building supplies plus blueprint service available, and ask about free delivery. The oldest, most reliable lumber and hardware company in the Midwest since 1873. Lacrosse Lumber Company, 1014 West Adams in Bowling Green. Phone 324-5431.
Here's one question that has no wrong answer. Are you going to choose the new Shell and Fuel Rewards card to be used at Shell stations, or the Shell and Fuel Rewards MasterCard that can be used everywhere MasterCard is accepted? With both, you save 10 cents per gallon, up to 20 gallons every time you fill up. And you also earn 10% rebates on your first $1,200 in non-fuel purchases per year at Shell stations. See? You can't go wrong with either. Visit www.shell.us/getrewards and apply today. At participating Shell stations only. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Tracy Bookshire with the Pike County Health Department. With community transmission cases increasing in Pike County, it's becoming more difficult for healthcare providers to contact positive cases the same day these results are received. The state of Missouri has mandated that we prioritize first the investigations for school exposures, individuals 65 years and older, and cases associated with long-term care facilities. Those that do not fall into those categories will likely experience a delay in initial contact. Therefore, we have made some changes with our calling procedures to help streamline and make our calls more efficient. It is critical that if you have received a positive result or know you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, you need to begin a 14-day quarantine starting from when your symptoms began or the last day of exposure to the positive case. Your patience awaiting your initial call from our office is very much appreciated. Visit our dedicated COVID page on our website, pikecountyhealth.org, for more information.
Bowling Green Insurance is here to serve all your insurance needs. Bowling Green Insurance offers companies to cover your farm, home, auto, and crop needs. Call Fred or Jackie today to get a customized quote that will fit you and your budget. Bowling Green Insurance is an independent insurance agency. That means they can offer several companies to fit you. Give Bowling Green Insurance a call today to get a quote. 573-324-5762 or 573-324-CROP.
Bowling Green Tractor wants to change the way you think about yard work with their Ego 56-volt ARC lithium battery-powered lawnmowers, weed eaters, blowers, trimmers, and chainsaws. At Bowling Green Tractor, you can walk in and see for yourself just how easy these products are to handle. So easy, anyone can use them. Once you try it, you'll just have to buy it. Stop by Bowling Green Tractor to see how easy yard work can be. Bowling Green Tractor, your home for Ego. Power beyond belief.
Eagle 102 Sports on KJFM is brought to you by Ingram Plumbing, Bowling Green Pharmacy, and Mid-America Auto and Towing.
Final in this one in overtime, it's Montgomery County 63, the Clopton Lady Hawks 62. Final scoring numbers for Montgomery, 2 points for Malia Rogers, 5 in this ball game for Carson Flake, 7 for Hannah Broniak, 8 points for Bailey Fisher, 11 points each for Taylor Flake and Renee Finke, and then 19 for Sam Quatham, including the game winner. For the Clopton Hawks, 4 points for Brea Smith, 4 points for Logan Hall, 6 for Marge Garrett, 8 points each for Madeline Bruni and Taylor Akers. And the other 31 go to Kerrigan Lockard.
They do.
As she put on a show today. Unfortunately, Clopton falls a point short as they were ahead by 3 in the waning seconds of regulation. Quatham hits the three-pointer to force overtime. And then Clopton was ahead by 1 in the waning seconds of overtime. Quatham hits a 2-point basket, and that's the difference, 63-62. So a couple of 1-point ball games to start this championship day at the Montgomery County Invitational.
And just because I enjoy giving Sam Quathan's family a little bit of a hard time, as that is Adams Falloon's niece, we'll say that Sam must have played like her mom today and not much like her dad.
Well, I think Mom's taller, isn't she?
Yeah, Mom, maybe just a little bit, but either way, we'll give her the credit from the Falloon side instead of Carl, who is down walking in front of us like the proud dad. I'm sure he is. But I tell you what, Clopton, really the thing that they need to take away from here is they're going to have to work on their free throw shootings. That is the difference in this basketball game.
All right, well, good luck to the rest of the teams along the way in this one as championship day continues here at the Montgomery County Invitational. The Montgomery County boys also playing in the third place game. They'll play next. Who are they playing? Wellsville?
Wellsville, Middletown.
And then the girls' first place game will be Hermann and Mexico. Then Mexico boys will play for first, and that is against
New Haven.
New Haven boys, which I haven't even seen New Haven this week on the boys' side. So that'd be an interesting one to watch a little bit later on. So good luck to all those teams as we round out this 2020 Montgomery County Invitational. Congratulations to Coach Basinger for winning girls third place, and to the Clopton Hawks for winning boys consolation here at the 2020 Invitational. For Marianne Everhart and Ethan running the camera today, Brendan back at the station running the boards, Mark Froelich saying thank you for listening to the 2020 Montgomery County Invitational all week long right here on Eagle 102.
You've been listening to Area High School Sports on Eagle 102. Join us each week as we bring you the best of Area High School Sports on air at 102.1, online at kjfmradio.com, and on the KJFM radio app. You can find a full recap of scores online and daily during Eagle 102 Sports, all from your area sports leader, KJFM Radio.